How are we doing today, everybody? It's better if I just forget. Hey, should be live now. How is it going, everybody? Welcome to a little bonus request stream on a Sunday. Hey, how's it going, Sawdust? Polish Lavender, Yafir, LHP. Good to see you on the YouTube side of things here. Killjoy over here on the Twitch side of things. Let's go. Alex, how's it going, man? A banger here. Jesus, Yafir. I love a good old YouTube recommended pull. What have I got today? Let's see. Nothing too crazy in my recommended at the moment, but we'll get there. Hey. Banger, man. This is genuinely, like, this whole album right here from Hot Mulligan. This is the gym banger music right here. It's making me actually want to go back to it. Should probably do that pretty soon. So, yeah, we are here on Sunday right here. Your donation did indeed go through, Wispy, so that is not in the Streamlabs queue, I think, just because it doesn't have a YouTube link attached to it, but I do have the tip message there, so I'll make sure to get to it right where it should be. Yeah, here on Sunday instead of yesterday on a Saturday, which is when the second streams of the week usually are. But yesterday just wasn't feeling it. Wasn't having a good day yesterday, and I didn't want to bring bad vibes into the stream. So here I am instead today on Sunday, where I'm feeling a bit better, and I'm excited to have a banger of a stream today. We already have one album request in the queue from Scarecrow. That is our second one in the queue, and everything else is songs so far, so looking forward to a good one. Killjoy saying I was supposed to watch Ready or Not now, but stream time is stream time. That's what's up. Let's go.
What's poppin' 2007 squad?
We're out here. 2 years since the Kendrick Drake beef. Holy shit, I just felt my beard turn white. For some reason, still feels like it didn't happen that long ago. It really doesn't. Like 2 whole years? Are you serious? That's basically the entire time. Well, actually, yeah, back then I was living in Scotland still, so I guess it makes sense. The time adds up. I've been here in Toronto for almost 2 years now, so damn, it's been a little while. How's it going, Archive? Mira, Nunez, welcome everybody. Thanks for introducing me to them. No problem, Sawdust. Real bangers out here. Real bangers. So, let's see what we're kicking it off with today. Hey, how's it going, Scarpo? Good to see you here. So, let me take this off the screen right here. Some classic Dirty Office Bongos. Banger. Go listen to this album. It's heat. Although it's not for everybody with the vocal style. I didn't think it would be for me, but the shit goes crazy. Alright, it's music that simultaneously hits and goes hard, but also makes me feel some complex emotions. Makes me feel a bit sad sometimes, but it's still great. So let's see what we're gonna get right here. First request we have for the day comes in from Will Anderson Edwards, aka Ocean Spirit Blue, Terror Jr., and King Kylie. I've heard some things about this King Kylie character right here. Fourth Strike. Yeet has a song with Kylie Jenner on his upcoming ADL album, which I have heard of. I haven't listened to the full track, but yep, that's who King Kylie is. That is actually true. Anyway, here is a track that Kylie did a few months ago, and it sounds so 2016, it's not even funny. It's so 2016. All right. Hell yeah. Drake's still suing, so I guess it feels ongoing. It could be part of it. That could be part of it. Thank you for that one there. Archive Jones. Archive Jones over here. Okay, let's go. No, not the bad vibes. All right, let's see how this track is going to go right here. Who's Terror Jr., by the way? I don't understand. I don't know who that is here. Oh. Interesting. Okay. This is Kylie here. Miss Me Like a Flight. I'm sorry, I'm still lingering on that. Like, that's a crazy way to kick off the verse. Baby, you can't stay mad at me. This body is my apology. What a crazy bar. Don't pay for the consequence when you look like this. Jesus. These are indeed vocals. I would agree with that, yeah. Kylie Jenner going on a generational feature run is crazy. Who could have seen it coming? So this is Terror Jr. on the second part of the track here. This is certainly something. Terror Jr. is a pop duo. Okay. Bro, why does that feel like those... The production here feels like those 2016 radio hits produced by, like, Mustard. Or not even that, the DJ Khaled tracks that had that kind of production. Ooh. That's Kylie again. Okay, I'm starting to see the differences in the singing here between Terror Jr. and King Kylie. Hey, how's it going, Jake? We all have been sent. Sounds like I'm the one with DJ Khaled. Yeah, when it's got those bassy hits in there. Hey, yo, a generational feature run. Hold up. This part, yeah. Feels like I'm the one, no brainer. Those kind of tracks. Oh, wait, hold on.
Another one.
Tell me that doesn't fit in right there. Wait, I gotta do a test run here. Hold on, there's that. Come on. No, it was delayed.
Another one.
Oh, I don't have the DJ Khaled soundbite. That would be sick. If I could just drop a DJ Khaled in there, it would have fit in perfectly. Can we check the production credits? I swear Chainsmokers had something to do with this weak ass drop. I think Terror... Oh, no, wait. No, Terror Jr. is not a production singer duo, apparently. Hey, how's it going, Harvey? Thank you for that one. Harvey, a.k.a. The X Territory. Produced by... I'm assuming that said is Kashmir. K-S-H-M-R? Kashmir? What else has he produced? A few things here and there, but this is like one of his biggest credits. Nothing I recognize really, just some stuff with like Tiesto, whoever the hell bass jackers are. Gordo? Okay, there you go. Well, that was certainly something right there. We the best music. We gotta have the I'm going in soundbite. Honestly, I need to make a whole folder on my soundboard just for DJ Khaled clips, because 2 is not enough. 2 is not enough, man. I see your message right there asking if your messages are going through, Jake, so I could see them right here. But yeah, this right here was an interesting track. It wasn't the worst thing to listen to, so that is something. Although I will say the King Kylie vocals were pretty rough right here. You could tell the difference because Terror Jr. is apparently a duo. I don't know what the guy in the group does because he didn't produce this, so I don't know if he's like a writer or if he sometimes has vocals, but David Singer Vine, what a name, and Lisa Vitale, who we heard on the vocals right there. You could definitely tell the difference between Lisa and King Kylie here, especially on the bridge. The Kylie vocals were pretty rough. I actually, even though the hook or the post-chorus is like the most 2016 thing of all time, it's weirdly nostalgic in a way, even though this drops in 2025, and I kind of like that aspect of it. Sometimes, you know, you just need a little bit of nostalgia bait right here. Outside of that, yeah, it's not the worst thing. It's maybe like the Kylie vocals drag it down a bit. Strong 5 to a low 6, maybe. I don't hate it. Some of the bars were crazy though. Like, I'm sexy, so I don't have to apologize for shit. I mean, hey, do you, but don't pay for the consequences when you look like this. That's absurd. I'm afraid I just can't relate. What a shame. Hey, how's it going, Jake? On the Twitch side of things as well. Yeah, if chat's not working for you on YouTube, it's good that we have the Twitch. Always an alternative out there if YouTube is being silly. So there we go. Was Ass on the Yeet track too? I haven't heard it yet, but yeah, I don't know if it's going to be the best performance. We shall see. Oh, were you delayed on the stream maybe, Jake? Is that what it is? That might be what it is. It'll be the delay, yeah. The guy just kind of stood there. Maybe that's it. He just stands in the studio, maybe stands in the music videos. That's him sort of fulfilling his part here, Archive. Hey, how's it going, Hunter? Good to see you here. I think it's cool to call yourself king as a woman, but that's the nicest thing I have to say. Yeah, vocals were not sharp, shall we say. So, thank you for sending that one in. Ocean Spirit Blue. Honestly, not terrible, but I don't know if I want to see the Kylie as a musical artist thing fully come to fruition. But you know, maybe the vocals will get better over time. We shall see. God, I just saw Polish Lavender mention Tyga in here, and that reminded me. Sometimes, every now and then, I'll just be going about my day, and I'll remember that Stimulated by Tyga was a real thing. Honestly, we should never let him live that down. Like, that's something you should never, ever be able to live down. Crazy song. Insane. So let's see what we get hopping on to our next one. It's actually our first and currently only album request in the queue for today. This one comes in from Scarecrow. Let's go. Of course, with this being the second stream of the week, I was about to say it doesn't always happen, but it pretty much happens on every single one at the moment. Second stream of the week, we always have 20% off of album requests. If we don't, it won't be in the title, but if it's in the title, then it is, and that's the case here today. So, Cochise is what we're getting right here. I believe that is how you say it. Scarecrow has been mentioning this a little bit lately, wanting to send in one of his albums, so we're going to see which one we're going to get today. Scarecrow saying right here, Cochise album time. Time to hear his first album, Bamboo Crescent. In my opinion, this is still his best album, although he has had some bangers since. Thank you very much for sending this one in, Scarecrow. I'm curious to see how this is going to go. A bit of Cochise. Bamboo Crescent. There we go. The only one I've heard so far from Cochise in full is The Inspection, which I thought that had some cool bangers on it. It was a pretty fun project. Not one of my favorite things ever, but like solidly enjoyable. So hopefully this one is pretty good. And I wonder if the style is any different compared to his newer stuff, which is kind of somewhat in the region of not necessarily a Carti clone, but a similar style for sure. So, you know, baby voice era. So we'll see how this goes here. Especially writing lines like, they said she young, I should have waited, she a big girl dog when she's stimulated. Like, that is one of the, maybe one of the worst lyrics ever written down. Like, that's crazy. Cochise is the most fun artist ever, man. Dude is happy all the time. I've seen some interviews with him, and he seems like he's always having a blast. There's this one guy, I watched some of his interviews here and there. He's called Kono, and the interviews are so ridiculous. It's basically just, it's a very awkward style of interviewing where he's just kind of antagonizing whoever he's interviewing most of the time. But he did one with Cochise, and it was like pretty fun because they were just bantering back and forth and insulting each other. It was a great time. So let's see what we're going to get right here on Cochise's Bamboo Crescent. 18 tracks, 41 minutes. Thank you very much for sending this one in, Scarecrow. Track number 1, Protein Creatine. The golden combo right there. Okay, get a notes page up for this one. See, it's a very similar Carti style, but he throws some like more unique vocals in there every now and then too. It's a lot of fun straight from the start. Okay, we are doing a 2-part track that's under 2 minutes long. That's crazy. It was a similar thing on The Inspection, I'm pretty sure, on the first track, where it was super short but had a beat switch in there, which I love that beat switch, by the way. Okay. I mean, straight away, that pretty much sets you up to, you know, to expect, or well, sets your expectations right here. We're basically going to get not much in the way of lyrics necessarily, you know, not much in the way of content. It's just pure fun music with, you know, very influenced by the sort of Playboi Carti baby voice style. But I think Cochise does a decent job of like adding his own little flavor to it right here with these different deliveries throughout that, sometimes going in a little bit more of almost like a Young Thug Harambe-esque direction with the vocals. We had a beat switch in there on a song that is like so short, under 2 minutes long, and I think it was entertaining pretty much the whole way through. I don't even really feel like I need a Genius page in front of me for the lyrics for this project. I'll maybe just like get each one up to see producer credits and whatnot, but like actually reading through the bars when I'm listening, I think is like the furthest thing from necessary with a project like this. Mainly making my assumption off this one track and the other album I've heard from him, but I think that will be the case. I think that was a really fun intro. Probably give it like just an enjoyable 7. Yeah, he has more energy. I think that's maybe what does it for me, because again, like the baby voice style is not something that I'm always too crazy about, especially in the sort of like Carti lane of things. But I don't know, I feel like Cochise manages to take that and really inject a lot of energy and life into it, because sometimes people can do the baby voice and still be a bit boring. I think Cochise is doing the opposite of that. He's pretty fired up on here. Yeah, if the whole thing is just that kind of silly fun, I'm not going to be too mad at that at all. What are the well interviews? Hold up. Need to look into this. Oh, okay. I've not seen any of these before. I'll need to check these out. With Sofago 4 days ago. Hey, he is next up, so that's honestly a good pull right there. Oh, they did an interview with Blood as well. Okay. I'll need to look into this. I haven't seen any of this guy's content before. But I will be checking out these well interviews. DC the Dawn. There we go. Gin Remover. Okay. Cool. I will be looking into that. So it does look like Bully is coming out on the 27th. Yeah, it seems like the rollout is like official now. And from snippets leaked after people got their physical copies, there is somehow even more AI than before. I'm excited because I'm so ready to make a video. Like the review is gonna be a banger. All right, we are gonna be straight on that. We are gonna be on that project's ass. So let's see what we're getting on the next one right here. Track number 2, Plasma. Let's go. Produced by Where's Carlos? Can't wait for the Yay worst rappers in the game. I'm so excited to do it. I can't wait. Thought we were about to get another beat switch right there. I was like, what the fuck? Already? How does he manage to make the repetition work? Like, it actually doesn't annoy me here. A little bit of melodies in there. Like, the hook is literally just, really? And it's working for me. We're getting another verse, bro. There's 20 seconds left on the song. Bro just threw in a second verse in the last 30 seconds of the song, because why not? This is a 2021 album here, Jake. Ooh, little soft pianos at the end. Man, he manages to make the repetition work pretty well. That's something that can annoy me if it's not done particularly well or feels very lazy. But I don't know, there's something about the way the words bounced off of the production there. He was just in a really nice pocket of the beat with that repetition, and it actually made it work, made it pretty fun. You could bounce along to it a little bit. Nav flow, not too mad at that, alright? We need more nav flows in the game. Let's go. How's it going, LZ? I guess not at the moment on the Twitch side of things. I swear we do have some Twitch mods, but they are not in there right now. But luckily, well, at least for these streams, the chats are like quiet enough that I could kind of moderate it myself mainly. The main thing we get at the moment is stream boo bots, but I will let you know in the future. Scorpo is saying, man, I love Cochise. He makes ridiculously fun music while still being a pretty interesting artist vocally and production-wise. I think it helps that, like, outside of that, he just seems, like, pretty great in interviews as well. Like, he seems like a really fun dude. And I think overall, that being your whole image, just being funny, goofy, and having a good time, I can't be mad at that. Pretty great production. The way he worked with it there was so fun. I'd give that one a 7 as well. I like Plasma. I can see myself coming back to that. Might put it down as favorite. All right. Favorite Plasma. There we go. All right. Hey, joke's on you too, I see. I got it already. But I am paying it off monthly, 0% finance, all right? And I'm using side hustle money to pay for it. But it's been a blast. Mario Kart World, pretty fun. Pretty fun. Having a good time with it. How are you doing, by the way, too, I see? That's what happens when you're heaven sent. Hey, yo. Even I Am Jace was heaven sent, all right? Even you were heaven sent. So, yeah. That was a really fun track. I enjoyed that one. Also, as for, we were talking about the Yay Worst Rappers in the Game episode, which I can't wait to do. I feel like I'm about to miss the boat on the one I was going to do next. I literally wrote this down and mentioned it to you guys like 2-3 weeks ago. My Worst Rappers in the Game video on Baby No Money. Baby Nos. Everybody's making a Baby No Money video right now. And I feel like I'm missing the train on that one. I had it written down. I was working on it and I was like, I'll come back to this one later. If I put that out right now, it would be mega relevant. But, you know, I feel like I'm missing the wave. Very sad. Need to get around to that one as well. So those are the two ones I have planned right now. Yay and Baby No Money. Those are the next Worst Rappers, at least the plan for the next Worst Rappers in the Game episodes. New member stream idea, gaming with viewers. That could honestly be really fun. What would we play though? That is the question. That is the question right there. So let's see what we're going to get on the next one. Track number 3, Totoro. Hell yeah. Let's go. Hey, how's it going, Movie Man? Good to see you here. I'm doing good. How about you? Left 4 Dead 2. Hey, that's a banger right there. I wouldn't be mad at that. This one's produced by Clifford with 3 eyes.
Yeah, put up on the
That is true, Vin Pen. Get this man a true. Hey, waits here, real nice. Bouncy. Let me check that one for you, Polish Lavender. Hey. Yeah, that did come through. Thank you very much, Polish Lavender. I'll make a little note of that.
I'ma go flex that properly. That boy never seen poverty. Got a white girl named Marjorie. Mario Kart, no Odyssey. Ready got perks like pharmacy. Like God never said like prophecy.
Want to play Mario Odyssey too? Alright, I've noted it down, Polish Lavender, so we'll get around to yours where it should be here. Love the flows on this one. Parts of that beat low-key remind me of Tuesday, I Love McConan. Really consistently fun, man. There were some great flows on that one. That was just straight up verse. No hook on this one. Elements of the beat right there reminded me of Tuesday, I Love McConan. It was that certain, like, I don't even know what kind of sound it was, but you know what I'm talking about right there. It sounded kind of similar. I would be on Twitch, but it irritates me deeply that there's a longer delay. I think there's a longer delay on YouTube, no? I feel like there's a longer delay on YouTube, and Twitch is usually a bit more instant. At least I think that's the way it is, but I'm not too sure. I'm going to give that one also a 7. We're consistently hitting the fun bangers out the park here. Really entertaining, and I don't really have an issue with the sound of anything in particular so far either. Hey, how's it going, Nicholas Wolf? Welcome, welcome. Oh, really? The ads fuck up the delay. Is that true? I didn't know that was a thing. God damn it, Twitch. Let me disable ads. I need to become a Twitch partner, I think, to disable ads. And that's looking pretty far away, let's say. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get there eventually. I didn't know it came with being an affiliate. I'm sorry. Even though the month hasn't ended, there is no way West Side Gun is dropping Fly God 3 by the end of March, meaning he lied again. I love rapper liars. There are plenty of liars in the rap game. Let's go. Pretty sure it's an Omnisphere preset, like with one of the synths. Okay, that's probably what it was right there. Yeah, that reminded me of that. How many album length requests do we got in the queue today? Just one at the moment, Movie Madman, which is this current one we're listening to right here. And honestly, it has been pretty fun so far. I've seen a second in command in the chat expressing some concerns about the length of this one, which I think is pretty fair because this is really fun at the moment. But 18 songs is a lot to carry with a sound that I think you could say is pretty one note. I really enjoy it so far, but will I enjoy it by the time we get to the end of an 18 song long track list? Not so sure. We will see though. We will see. It's just a long time to carry this sound over. Well, let's find out as we continue through it right here. Next one is track number 4, Usopp. How does he make his ahs sound like that? Such a cool little sound. Okay, I'm curious, Scarecrow. He's got the lotion. Alright. It's actually pronounced Usopp. Okay, there we go. Enunciation check, let's go.
on me. Got that bubble, I don't need to kill me. I want money coming like hell. You suck, winning it. You should have
There it is.
You suck, winning it. You should have seen
Okay, it's apparently a One Piece reference. Never seen it.
I'm in the shadow chilling like I'm saying. But when you going grabbing by the leg, best out a nigga, leave a nigga red. How do we bust a nigga with no leg? Bet I'm the monster underneath your bed. Pray that my father out in a day. Break it this morning, I'm getting these tracks. I had to get up and chase me a sack. That boy, he talking, I know he on cap. Whatever running, we not playing track. Send me 100 even in my tax.
Oh, we're fading out. Bruh. Then that song ended before I thought it would. I need to look up this Usopp character. Usopp? Damn, I forgot already. Let me look him up here. Oh, that's an interesting face. Huh. Very interesting indeed. Well, there you go. Pretty fun track once again. Yeah, did the same thing as all the other ones so far. Very fun flows, very fun deliveries. Did end a bit abruptly with that fade out, just cutting it off. But hey, it kept the song short once again. Minute 30 seconds. These do work pretty great as just bite-sized little tracks. I mean, 18 songs, 41 minutes. I'm wrestling with that at the moment, grappling with that. Is that gonna be a suitable length for this? We will find out, but all these like opening tracks have been so damn short that nothing overstays its welcome. And again, they do sound pretty similar to each other, but I think they've all had, you know, their own little fun things going on. So probably still a 7 with this one. There's a lot of anime references sprinkled in his music. Okay, there's going to be a lot of things that I am going to be missing here in terms of the references, but that's okay. You don't need to understand everything straight away, you know? I mean, we'll see how this goes. Those us sound like an android experiencing orgasm for the first time, and how do you mix your vocals to sound that way? It's impressive. It's impressive. The One Piece show has over 1,100 episodes. Yeah, I knew it was like long as hell. And it's aired since 1999. That I did not know. I thought it was like recent, like maybe past like the past 10 years or something like that. I didn't know it was from 1999. That's crazy. How do you make it go for that long? Surely you run out of story. You gotta run out at some point. The anime also has live action adaptations too. I heard it's pretty good. I think I've seen that on like Netflix or something. Maybe I'll check that out, tap into it a little bit. I always hear about it, but never seen it myself. So, let's see what we're going to get. Going on to the next one. Track number 5 is Lost It. We're moving, well, starting to kind of move into the slightly longer tracks. This next one is 2 minutes 25. The one after that is 3 minutes 31. So we'll see how that goes.
Now,
Niggas
I got y'all
hella broke,
fools
ain't
this
made it
time.
rain.
Hit it.
I want all my money, nigga. I want every cent.
Money
Money coming in. Money never lost it. I been getting in. Money nigga lost it. I been getting in. Got the gas up across it. I been getting in. That boy lost it. He be up the mid like that boy capping. He work at the league like
They did run out of story. That's why it's so long. Fair enough. Is it just a lot of like filler then? Bit of soccer. Ooh, whistle synth in there. Okay. That flow sounds really familiar. I've heard that somewhere for sure. Oh, this is the most he sounded like Carti here, weirdly enough. It's hard though. He's working with some pretty great producers here, Jake. Yeah, these beats. Really fun.
That boy lost it. He be up the mid like, that boy kept it. He work at the league like,
And that whistly synth in there, that's getting me.
like, boys coaches. He be in like,
Woo. I believe it was, at least I hope it was, both of them was 10s with a little S at the end right there. Boom, 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 boom. Pretty fun one once again. Yeah, enjoyed that one a lot. Drums were great right there. Cochise, I feel like in the second verse he almost sounded like the most like Carti right there, just like vocally, and obviously similar flow wise. But either way, not too much of a big deal for me right here. I am enjoying this more than I do. I don't know. I feel like it has. In a weird way, it has a bit more like color and vibrancy to it than some of Carti's, or quite a bit of Carti's music in this style does, and I'm really enjoying it. Lively, enjoyable. Again, probably another 7 for me right there. I mean, basically, again, each track is giving you a very similar thing, and I don't feel like it's dipped for me yet, so still going to be the same ratings for the tracks at the moment. Nothing in particular to really kind of nitpick about these for me so far. We'll maybe get more of that as we go on, but I'm enjoying. Pretty damn fun. I could see this being like a... I'm enjoying like actively listening to it, but it's another one that I could see, and I don't mean this as an insult in any way, I could see it being like a great background music album as well, just like going on while you're doing anything pretty much, going for a walk, doing some chores, chilling, playing some games or something. You can just throw it on and enjoy it, and it feels like it would be a pretty good, fun soundtrack for that. So I'm not too mad at that. Ba-da-da-da-da. The anime is notoriously poorly paced, but the manga has 1,170 plus chapters and is paced much better. I mean, that's pretty impressive. If that's like, if they're managing to pace that pretty well with that many chapters, that is crazy. Pokemon is probably only going to stop when they can't come up with new designs. Yeah, yeah, probably. That's probably true. So let's see what we're going to get on the next one, which is our longest one on the project, track number 6, On Me. Is it the longest on the project? I might have been lying there. I just waffled that out there. But it actually is. There we go. 3 minutes, 31 seconds. Produced by OK Boy. You're probably onto something there too, I see. Based on the way this has went so far, surely a beat switch. I also just noticed there's no features on this, none that are listed anyway.
What you know, huh? I can get this in my different flow. Yeah, I can get that money, but I can get that, I can get that bands on me, the gem on me, no tens on me, the blame on me, she know it's me, I know it's her, she run on me, I'm running her, yeah, I'm running me, yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah, songs in general are just so short now, Jake. 3 minutes 30, longest one here. He's like if Sebi was 60% less annoying. You know what, to be fair, I haven't heard enough Sebi to comment on that. All I know is whenever Sebi remixes a popular track, I usually see him getting roasted for it on Twitter. Pretty sure he did like some Carti remixes. Hey, thank you, El Java. Much appreciated, man.
No tens on me, the blame on me, she know it's me, I know it's her, she wanna
Looks like we're not getting a beat switch. Unless it's last minute, literally.
yeah, I hope it up, yeah, he know it's me, yeah, I'm running up, yeah, my niggas up, yeah, my niggas me, I'm running up, yeah, okay, high or low, I don't know,
I don't know.
way to go,
Way to go.
let's take it slow, let's take it slow, let's lay it low, give me the code, let's punch it in, open the door, can't let me in, where to go troll, don't let
Ad libs on this part are fun.
too much to choose, and they are 10, don't want you lose, do it again. Let's do it again, do it again, let's 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 do it again,
Boom, 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 boom. Really cool production once again. This one I do feel like dragged slightly though. I do feel like this one dragged slightly. A little bit less, not necessarily less energy. I just felt a bit less into it. And yeah, it did feel like it maybe carried on a little bit long for what it was. I don't know if this style is particularly built for like 3.5 minute long tracks. I think it has worked the best so far with these like ultra short songs that are around that 2-minute region. This one, all the individual sections were decent, but there was nothing that like gripped me like crazy on this one. I still kind of like it, but it's a bit on the weaker end, maybe like a low 6, maybe just under that.
Nice.
Yeah, a little like feature on there definitely could have been cool. Guapdad 4000 feature, he still fits the vibe and can have variety to it. Yeah, that would definitely, you know, switch things up a bit and keep that one a little fresher than it felt on that listen. Killjoy starting to cool down on it. We'll see how it goes as we continue here. I'm still generally having fun with the project, but that one, yeah, a bit long for this particular kind of style. So let's see what we get on track number 7 here, Zorro. Ooh. I like how Cochise isn't a producer here, but he has like a tag for himself on the songs anyway. It's pretty fun.
My pockets is swollen. Yeah, I'm over the ocean. I'm on the top of the ocean. Yeah, my I know that I'm golden. Cause I'm going up.
Going for that congested delivery here. It's a really cool beat. Hooper does this. Jutsu and non-bruh. Hey, thank you, Movie Man. Much appreciated.
Princess, no sorrow. I'm in the sun like I'm Gara. Chillin' on my chakra. I wanna get like a baka. I wanna get to the ain't talking manga. Come take your partner. They call him Yusuke. He got the choppers. I go chop ya.
Man, there's a lot of references on this one, damn. Thick like she Mewtwo. See, the fast-paced tracks really work for me on here. That beat is zipping all over the place. Cochise is going in with some quick flows here. And the nasally voice really works with this beat. Yeah, that one's really fun. I like that a lot. I can't believe we're getting fade outs on this album. I feel like you don't hear fade outs a lot in an album. It'll usually just kind of cut at the end and we go into the next one. But there we go. Zorro was really fun. I think that beat sounded great right there. Wonderful melodies to that one, just zipping all about the place beautifully. So was Cochise with his flows right here. And like I was saying, the nasally delivery, I think really worked on this one and just created this really cool sound to the track. And this is, you know, something that is very obviously about the vibe and about the sounds. So if you can do something like that, it's going to create something really nice and replayable. And again, bit on the shorter end. I think with it being a faster paced track, that helps it to feel even quicker. So yeah, maybe this will mostly carry its length pretty well if we keep getting tracks like that. We'll see. That one's like a strong 7 for me. Another one of my favorites. Damn, this man even mentioned an anime from 1985. Bro has elite ball knowledge. What one is that, LHP? He's going way back. Diving way back for that one. Zoro is another One Piece character as well. I'm starting to feel like he might be a little bit of a One Piece fan right here. Just a suspicion of mine. I don't know. There's a couple hints here and there. Jake is saying that's literally the problem with the rage music, especially this earlier version of this subgenre. I feel like artists in this lane literally always hit a wall musically. It's like my biggest frustrations with it, because I feel like you could do so much with the sound, but people just always stay in a particular lane, like come on, experiment. That's definitely an issue of mine that I've had with quite a few artists that I've reviewed in this sort of like rage subgenre, is a lot of it can feel like, okay, we've made one track with a cool sound. Let's just keep doing that. Keep doing that over and over and over. Make a whole album out of it. Boom, there you go. Just keep doing that until that loses steam. So, on the queue, Polish Lavender, your request, I believe, is after Harvey, the X territory in the queue right there. So, after this album request, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs before we get around to your one there. So, let's see what we're going to get going on to the next one. Track number 8 is Nyx, and this is the second biggest one on the project in terms of streams. Let's see what we get here.
Nah, I got y'all fools this time. Hit it.
Carlos is in here.
Carlos again on the beat. Yeah, it is Il Java. Any song requests or anything, or just the normal rate on these ones? Loads of us.
I know a couple bloods, but I know a lot of crips. One VVS my necklace, but the ocean make me sick. Got Puma on my body, got me feeling like I'm Nip. I got it, don't chip. I can't be no simp. Can't even bother taking shotty chip.
Ooh, those little boop, 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 boop.
Me, so I do not worry, keep a grip. Yes, I'ma back 'em up, take it to the truck. That boy had a lot, I'ma leave him stuck.
I will never understand the rap obsession with VVS diamonds though. Mentioned this before a while ago, but like even with the grade below that, like VS diamonds, you still can't see it with your eye, you know, and they cost less. But it does sound cool to drop it in a song. VVS, you can flow with that a lot. There we go, wrestling reference. I get these. 619. Man, it's 1 month till WrestleMania. Does not feel like it. Feeling like I'm Guts. Is this another reference? A Berserk reference. I've heard of Berserk. That any good? Man, that beat is so good. Love those little boop, 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 boop. Those sounds are so good. Man, he really doesn't want to. Interestingly enough, even with this like being 18 songs long, 41 minutes, it does feel like he really doesn't want to waste any time on here. Thank you very much for that one, Xriptic, because like these songs end so quickly after Kochi stops rapping. Like the beats just cut off. They don't really have like particularly long fade outs or long sections of just the beat playing at the end. It's like as soon as he stops rapping, he cuts it off as quick as possible, drops it right out, and hops onto the next song. So I guess you could say there is very little, you know, wasted moments on here, which is a nice little touch in terms of the flow of the track list. It could almost feel a little bit abrupt, but I think it works in terms of just like, all right, that one's done, on to the next one. Let's keep it going. All right, we're getting those quick dopamine hits of the track switching fast. Let's go. Yeah, you can definitely do that, Java. Just for like the whatever the remaining amount is for the request, you could just send it through Streamlabs as like a regular tip without like a link or anything. And I'll just keep in mind that you've sent that, and I'll play the full track when we get around to yours. So whatever the remaining amount is, you could just send that as a regular tip over on Streamlabs, and we'll get the whole thing in. No worries. The fact that Rey Mysterio is still wrestling is kind of insane. The miracles of stem cell treatment, I guess. Like, bro is... What age is he now? 51. I mean, I think he's injured at the moment, but like when he is wrestling, he still moves smooth as hell. Wait, what? Rey Mysterio set to end WWE career at Clash in Italy in May? Is this a fake story? I mean, that is not a real image of Rey Mysterio. This article is using a big-ass AI image, so I don't think that's true. I don't think that is true at all. But if he retires, it will be Gunther that puts him out, probably. R-Truth as well. R-Truth, like, obviously, you know, he's not doing a lot of lucha high-flying stuff, but he is nearly 55, and he is still moving, like, super fluidly. It's kind of crazy. I hope I have that kind of mobility when I'm in my 50s. I don't have it currently, and I'm in my late 20s. Berserk is like if Game of Thrones had consistency. Might have to look into that one, Alex. Might read it, see what's going on there. Did I rate this one? It's a 7 for me. I can't remember if I rated it, but it's enjoyable. Really fun one. Lot of cool touches in the beat, and 3 verses on this one, interestingly enough. Most of them are pretty quick, and it works. Ron Killing's my GOAT. I can't believe he's still moving like that. He just won the Tag Team Championships last Friday with Damian Priest, which is such an odd pairing, but it's kind of working. It's low-key pretty fun. So yeah, amazing stuff right here. So let's see what we're going to get hopping on to the next one. Next track we have right here is... Oh wow, I met R-Truth when I was 10 in Detroit. He was so cool. That's what's up. What a guy. Hey, thank you for that one. Underground Archive. Many aliases. Let's go. Next one is track number 9, Sanji. Don't know if this is a reference. I would assume so. Produced by Lucio. Ah, another One Piece reference. Okay. Ooh. Great beat, damn. Over the Limit, man. What year was that, Jake? I remember that pay-per-view. I can't remember if they did more than one. Griselda reference. Breath of the Wild reference. Dove God Cooks and Swizz Beats collab album. Christ. I mean, should be interesting. Damn. Dum, dum. Bum, bum. Man, drums are slick as hell on this one too. Some lovely little keys right there. Another one that was extremely fun. Kochi's flowing very tightly on that beat. I like that quick flow that he does. There's so much energy to it, the way that he delivers it. Nice bit of momentum as well. And just dropping references all over this one, which is honestly fun for me, even as someone that doesn't get a lot of them. You know, I can generally... I can kind of understand what he's referencing by the context that he references it in, even if I'm not familiar with the thing that he's referencing, if that makes sense. And yeah, it's pretty great right here. Another very enjoyable one. Another strong 7, man. Come on now. He's cooking. Boom, boom. Lovely beat as well. And that is... Hold on. That's the first appearance of this producer on this track right here. So I think he did a great job. Lucio on that one. Really hard beat. Is that another favorite? Might be. Might just be. There we go. I'm not too mad at this at all. I always like Cochise while I'm listening to him, but then I completely forget about the music once I turn it off. I think that's completely fair. Honestly, it kind of feels like that's just how it is with this kind of music, you know? It's not something that I think will leave necessarily a lasting impression on me, or something that I would ever say is like my favorite album or anything like that. But yeah, when I'm listening to it, like, it is a really fun time. It is a really fun time. Boom, boom. They did a few at least. I remember one was Cena versus Batista, I Quit, and the other was Cena versus Miz, I Quit. Yeah, I think they did 2010, 2011, and 2012 Over the Limit. That's crazy. Man, looking back at old cards is so interesting. Over the Limit 2010, first match was Kofi Kingston beating Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship in 6 minutes. There you go. Oh my god, that's where they had Rey Mysterio versus CM Punk, where he had to like shave his head because it was a Straight Edge Society pledge versus hair match. God, there's so much lore here that makes no fucking sense to a non-wrestling fan. But yeah, this is super nostalgic looking at that for me, damn. What a time. What a time. Jerry Lawler defeated Michael Cole by pinfall in a Kiss My Foot match. Some bullshit back then too. So next track we got right here is Muri Kami. We're getting a 2-parter track on this one. We're getting that beat switch for sure. Murakami, of course, split into 2 here. You better step on the side. No one over anytime. I got the world like a zombie. Yeah, come on, yeah, I'm up with the posse. That is testing me. Feel like I'm recipe. I did a recipe. And I was catching me. I'm in an SUV. Jesus, he blessed me. You said he's stressing me. You said he's stressing me. Mr. Moses thinking I'm a lobby. Gotta show this shit look like a hottie. I got ice on my neck like a sock. She don't like me, she say I'm too cocky. They don't like me, I'm on the rack. Got too big, can't stop me. Got with me, can't top me. I done got a shit like Poppy. Hit it with the fist like Ratley. Heard he getting bread from Prodigy. Heard it too fast, so I copy. Heard he capping, I'm running it back. He got free, then he ran to the trap. I keep putting my dress on the plate. I get tired from getting these rates. Better hate chain on line. Better hate aim on line. Better hate game on line. Better hope the fame no pop. Okay. Pull it from spot, no top. Okay. Put up with a sock on top. Okay. I'ma get a damn in the rack. No way. Down with a juice on the rack. Okay. Got the uhs coming in again. Baby, what you doing here? I've been getting so much money, I feel new in here. Whoa, wait, whoa. That feels extremely nav. Definitely heard Nav flow like that. All right. This is GOAT moves right here, though. If you're interpolating anybody, interpolate a Nav flow. And I am just waffling while my stream deck catches up with me pressing the button right there. That's taking an exceptionally long time. Hello? There we go.
We the best music.
That is directly a Nav flow. I feel like from his... Sounds like something from his Reckless album, which is kind of shit, but I still enjoy it in some ways.
Baby, what you doing here? I've been getting so much money, I feel new in here. They say everybody love me, so it's cool in here. If a nigga talking real, it's at the fool in here. Okay, okay, throw it back.
We need more Nav interpolations, to be honest.
And we counting up the Rex. Hey, that nigga taking sleepy, taking that. Hit it.
All right, where's that switch hitting though? Man, this is like the longest the beat is played on the album.
Nah, I got y'all fools this time. Hit it. Nah, I got y'all fools
Ooh.
this time. Hit it.
He's getting some rasp in there.
Fools this time. Hit it.
I go super saiyan every single day. Hold on. They like 50K, heard he feeling brave. Hold on. Had to tell that nigga we are not the same. Hold on. Had to tell that nigga stay up in your lane. Hold on. I got ice on me like I'm Johnny Dang. Hold on. Please don't come that way if you ain't really gang. Hold on.
It has. Sometimes it just takes a while to catch up, Movie Man. There we go. That was on point there. It just needs a bit of warming up.
Like crane. But my chips, I ain't talking about the legs. Wake up every single morning, then I pray. I can't understand a nigga, I'm insane. Nigga talking crazy, I'ma snatch his chain. I got orange in my head, they call me pain. Call me you suck cause I'm crazy with the aim. I'm an airbender, baby, call me aim. I'm a beast inside these streets, they get me tame. Like, what's your friend? You can't bang. What's your name? You ain't gang. Like, where you from, nigga? You know you can't hang. You ain't bad, nigga. You know what it ain't. You know what it ain't. You know what it. Okay, you know what it ain't. You know what it.
Very fun. Yeah, see, this is a good example right here of 3-minute long Cochise tracks working a lot better with the beat switch. This was basically the same length as On Me, which is the other 3.5 minute long track from the album. And this definitely flows together a lot better, I think, with it having a beat switch, 2 separate parts. The second half is a little bit more chill than the first half on here, but I think both of them work pretty well together, and I'd prefer these as a combined track rather than separate songs, mainly because the second part I think would maybe drag a bit as its own track if you stretch that out to a couple minutes or longer, but as just like an extra part to this song, I think it works pretty well. Another one that I had a good time with is doing good. We're 10 tracks deep. I'm still having fun, so I'm pretty happy about that up to this point. That's another 7. I hope no one else was watching the UFC card last night. Was it a bad one, Vin Pen? Oh no. We love it when these events are not good. Yeah, I was looking at that Over the Limit 2011 card. It looks ass killjoy. I can't believe I was actively watching this company back then. R-Truth defeats Rey Mysterio in the opening match. Ezekiel Jackson beat Wade Barrett by disqualification. Sin Cara beat Chavo Guerrero. That's like the first 4 matches. How did I watch this shit? Oh, God. Yeah, how the fuck was that the era that made me a wrestling fan? Over the Limit 2012 was that legendary show with Cena versus Laurinaitis in the main. I remember that. That was so bad. Bro, was Over the Limit just like... Was that meant to be an ass pay-per-view? Why are all the match cards for it terrible? Hey, thank you, Xriptic. Much appreciated. Like 2010, 2011, 2012, they all have a good bit of like ass on there. What a mess. Vimpen was saying it was okay. We got a fight of the year contender and a worst fight of all time contender. What was the worst one of all time? I might have to tap into that. And the best one as well. I'm curious. I think the nav flow you're thinking of is his chorus on Wanted You. It might be that one, yeah. Can't believe I wanted you. Whoa. Maybe it is that. I was at Over the Limit 2011. Oh my god, Jake. And I was very not amused. And they weren't really coming to Detroit a lot with pay-per-view, so this is all we had before they came back with SummerSlam. Yeah, SummerSlam 2024. That was a good one, right? Although, isn't that the one where they had Jey Uso versus Roman in like the main event or something? Which I thought was a snoozer. Very boring match. But overall, I think the card was like pretty great from what I recall. Is that the one, or was that the previous year? No, okay. That was the previous year. Okay. Oh no, wait. Oh no, that was 2023, the Detroit one. Okay, it was 2023. That's what messed me up. Yeah, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. I thought that was a snoozer. But the rest of the card I remember being pretty great here. So, let's see what we got on the next one right here. Next one is track number 11, Yoga Fire Freestyle. Okay. Okay. Another one produced by Lucio. Ooh.
My money in rolls. I'm making sunny and stones. I'm in here running from drones. 20, 50, 100, go, wait, low. I live on my heart with the lows. I brought my left eye in the stone. They pick on the kid like a fro. Yeah, he handled the steel like a pro. Yeah, I pick on my toes like a crow. Yeah, if every day I'm in the stone.
Going very high pitched on this one. She looked like rice? Is that what you said? What are they gonna have Gunther do at Mania though, Polish Lavender? There's like nothing going on there right now, which is interesting. Left 4 Dead 2 is gas. Pretty enjoyable. Yoga Fire Freestyle had a really nice beat on it. This was one that like I'm slightly more cooled down on because there were just certain deliveries here and there that didn't work as well for me as other ones on the album. Like the super high pitched delivery didn't work for me as well on this one. Some of the deliveries I just wasn't too crazy about on this one, the kind of sound that they created. So one that's a little bit weaker for me, but not a bad track. We're still at like a 6-ish on this one. I'm not mad at it. Nice. Still a decent enough time. Still going pretty good. Still going pretty good. Best was Mason Jones versus Axel Sola. The bad one was Michael Page versus Sam Patterson. Really? Big old MVP. Curious. What made that one so bad? I'm curious. Very interesting. I'm sorry, there was a Ryback versus Camacho, aka Tangaloa match on pay-per-view. That's crazy. I didn't even remember Camacho being a Tangaloa. That's crazy. And it was the last match before the main event, and it went 1 minute and 50 seconds long. Jesus. The cards were so interesting back then. So, let's see what we're going to get on the next one. Track number 12 is Buff. Let's go. Weirdly enough, this one has a music video, but it's one of the least streamed on here. You don't usually see that. Produced by Cochise, self-produced. Boy. It's an interesting style to go on for this one. It's interesting. This one is produced by Cochise. Sadly, I think it's probably the weakest beat so far. Not bad, but it just kind of drags a little bit. Doesn't have any of those kind of like defining characteristics a lot of the other beats on here do. Yeah, a little bit of a switch up on this one, Scarecrow. I'd say that one is probably my least favorite so far. I think a big part of that lies with the beat, honestly, which is a shame. It's one of the Cochise self-produced ones right here. But again, yeah, I feel like it didn't necessarily have any of those defining characteristics that some of the other beats did here. Some of those really cool sounds that just further added to the draw of the tracks and the sound of them. Whereas this was just kind of like a little bit more standard. Not a bad beat, but nothing necessarily stand out about it. And the delivery style was something a little bit different, but the way that it worked with the beat, I don't think it was the best combination. So I'd probably go with like a middle 5 with this. Mid. Super sharp, doesn't overstay its welcome, but my least favorite so far. PG era of WWE was abysmal. It had some real ass during that era. Polish Lavender, some real cheeks there. The Swizz Stove album has confirmed features from Westside Gunn and Pusha T. I will be tapping in. Need to see what's going on right there. Page through 61 strikes, Sam 78. Neither landed much of anything. Jesus, did they just stand and like look at each other the whole fight? Oh my god. It sounds like it would be a rough one to watch. So not even an entertaining watch in terms of being like one of the worst fights ever. Just like nothing really happening. So let's see what we get in the next one. Track number 13 is Double.
What is Jamaican niggas? Me say, me say,
Okay.
me know you know money for the trouble.
Another one produced by Lucio.
Me no need flip, that ain't double. Me and every time see that fee double. Money in my pocket, I feel double. Me say me running every place, I feel double.
Another pretty loosey-goosey beat on this one.
Me say me money every running every rubber. Me say, toss it up, fresh it up. I mean, me no shock, come in at the truck. Me say me, me no honey keys to the beamer. Mini man sim simmer. Running at the place, hungry now. They say she want some cocky feeding her. They say me run to Firina. They say me running at the
She says she wants some cocky for dinner? Alright, cocky want boing boing, I guess.
Run me if you chucking at the bush. Yeah, she looking stush.
The different sound to this one again. There's a going Racer Ghost. I believe he was saying she wants some hockey for dinner. Yeah, I agree on that, Jake. It's a shame because there's definitely potential to this one. It just feels like the impact of it is a little loose. Because like it is kind of cool. Earlier on in this project, Cochise has mentioned his like Jamaican heritage, and so that's played into the last couple tracks a lot more, with them being delivered in Jamaican patois for like the whole thing. But it's just a shame that he picked like the weakest beats on the album so far for these tracks. I feel like, or not even the weakest beats, but like the way he's delivered them has been less interesting. There's something about these tracks that just hits a little bit less. This one, it's like there was a cool idea for a track in here. Actually, the production was kind of unique and interesting in its own way, but the impact of it felt a bit limp overall, I feel like, and so it just didn't really connect that much. It's a cool style to see on the past couple songs. Unfortunately, the overall sound of them is just hitting a little bit looser. Probably go in the middle with the 5 on this one. It's the great thing about these streams, Racer Ghost. You never know what kind of phrase you're gonna join on me saying. Michael Cole dick riding The Miz rage baited me so fucking bad I fell out of love with wrestling up until like 2023 when I finally started watching a little more casually because of my brother. Yeah, 2023 and 2024 were like amazing years for WWE. I feel like that was a real comeback right there. And then 2025 was just pretty shit. And 2026 so far has been still not great, but hopefully gonna be a little bit better. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. Oh yeah, that's what's up, Jake. Hell yeah. I'm glad your brother is enjoying it too. What is his opinion on the current state of WWE? Because I feel like it definitely had a bit of a downhill turn lately. And by lately, I mean from January last year until now, pretty much. Movie Madman said, I can't explain why, but I always hate when rappers compare getting head with meals of the day. Like that bar or something like she eat that dick for lunch. I can't explain why, but I always find it gross. Yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from. There's generally something about sexual bars going along with food that just it's something that I don't necessarily enjoy either a lot of the time. It feels like a weird mix, you know? Scarecrow saying the last track is by far my favorite all-time Cochise song. Can't wait till you hear that one. Okay, I'm excited to see what we get right here. Cody Rhodes is at his best when he's a heel. People have been wanting the heel turn for a long time, but he's basically like the modern day John Cena, so I don't know if they'll ever do it. But if they do, I think it would be fantastic. Like, it would probably be the freshest his character has felt in a long time. So let's see what we get in the next one. Track number 14, Kuya. It's interesting. I can see the streams on this project kind of drop towards the second half. So I feel like a lot of these, with the exception of the last song, are kind of less preferred tracks in general from Cochise's listeners. So let's see what we get on this one, Kuya. Man, just hearing that beat at the end there, it was a cool idea for some production. This one produced by Where's Carlos and Lucio. Hey, how's it going, Bumpledink? Welcome, welcome. Glad you're enjoying it here. Bro went fetus voice for a second there. And now he's going raspy. This is the energy the last two tracks needed.
bands. Counting with no hands. Come pick up your mans. Feel like Vince McMahon. My heavy baby on my.
Feel like Vince McMahon? Hold up, hold up. Pause, good sir. When was this? 2021? Okay, it was before certain things came out, I'm pretty sure. We'll let it slide.
Doing slamming. My little baby, all my niggas still jamming. Crazy tension. Yeah, in a discussion. Yeah, shady discussion. Yeah, speakers is bumping. It was not me, I'm jumping. Up in that place, I sunken. Anybody go around like pumpkin. Whenever get this money, I stand. They like, no. Diamonds for the six. Heard they mad at me. Hit her with that D. They can't F with me.
That was a really nice section there. Even Vince was heaven sent. Oh god.
Okay, I be in the back, okay. I'ma get Rex.
Man, the flows on this one are great. I think the next one would be Pearly Age Lyrics 10 Mira, I think. Let me write that down as a potential one.
I told her that's me. Shawty wanna G. Told her yeah next week. Shawty must think I'm sweet. Baby, I'm too cheap. Baby, I'm too money is come through, yeah. Got it from the wrong throat, yeah. All my money is come through, yeah. Got 100 in this butt, no, yeah. Got it from the yeah. I'm gonna pull up, yeah. Pull up, yeah. Yeah.
Coughing on the track.
I need niggas sus. I don't want niggas coming to rush us. So niggas they coming to rush us. Yeah. She said she a virgin. It's her.
Dropping that, was it Lil TJ bar in there? He was just goofing around on this one, and it honestly made for one of the best tracks on here. I'm surprised this is one that's kind of on the lower streamed end of the album. Again, not that that necessarily means anything, but it is interesting because I think that was one of the most fun ones right here. He had great flows, beat was very lively, so many delivery switches in there, and clearly, even with that last bar, he was just goofing around on this one and making something completely silly and fun, and it was pretty great. That's like a strong 7 bordering on an 8. Thank you for the extension as well right there, Scarecrow. I'm messing up my notes here. Hold on. What the hell did I just pin? Oh, either way, write that down as a favorite. Even Diddy Heaven said, you know what, Alex? That's a name that, you know, LaRussell was throwing all the names out there. He forgot that one. Maybe that's in the full version of the song, you know, because we only got a snippet of it, I'm assuming, at that live concert. LaRussell left that one out. I was going to say, thankfully, he left it out, but the rest of the track was bad enough that that wouldn't have changed much, you know? Speaking of which, did you see the video of his car crash like a month or two ago, I think? Oh, Vince McMahon? Yeah. Apparently, there's a lot of people that say that, like, they would never get in a car with Vince because he's a fucking psychotic driver, because he sees everything as a competition, so he's just racing random-ass people on the road. Like, it's terrifying. Take that man off the road. Follows it religiously, but I've noticed he's been watching more AEW because he's been frustrated with the WWE, especially with the creative decision. All right, I'm in the same boat as him for sure. Like, I'll still be tapping into WrestleMania, but AEW, they never disappoint on pay-per-view. WWE, it's like a lottery. Sometimes it's going to be a banger pay-per-view, but there's probably going to be these terrible moments all throughout it, or just questionable decisions. This was before the latest batch of certain things came out. That's Cochise referencing Vince McMahon here, but we all kind of knew he was a weirdo at that point. I feel like just from his on-screen character, or just any stories about Vince, you can tell he's like a strange guy. Like, I think that much is clear, you know? It's crazy. So, let's see what we're going to get on the next one right here. I get what LaRussell was trying to do, just saying everyone is God's children, but why do you have to name every terrible person in history after? Bro went way too deep into it. Like, yeah, it's like, and what is the overarching, like, that is the point he's trying to make, but like, why does it need to be made? You know what I mean? Like, what value does it add to the conversation saying Epstein was heaven sent? All right, does that mean he didn't do what he did? Like, what is the point LaRussell was trying to make? I don't get it. So let's see what we're getting on the next one here. Track number 15, StockX. Let's go. Back to the music.
Now, I got y'all fools this time. Hit it.
Yeah, Kanye being mentioned with those people as well is kind of hilarious. Honestly, Racer Ghost, Vince McMahon, the character, is probably turned down a notch from the actual person. Cochise was heaven sent. Let's go. Oh yeah, the Vince McMahon walk to the ring is iconic. What an interesting character on screen, bro. There's no reason that an occasional, well, that a non-wrestler or occasional wrestler like Vince McMahon had to get as huge as he did. Like, bro was as ripped as some of the wrestlers. He's a bizarre human. Watch Dogs reference. Even flag, I was heaven sent. Wesley Gunn should interpolate that for a chorus. That would be sick, actually. That'd be amazing, movie man. Vader 2. Thrawn 2. Man, I have some of the Star Wars like Thrawn books on my shelf right now. I need to get back to reading those. I was having a good time with that. It was a pretty fun one, a bit more standard right here, a decent little banger. Probably more around a 6 with this one, I would say.
Nice.
Every wrestler story of Vince makes Vince not sound like a real person. That's why, for better or worse, he's so interesting to look into and to hear behind the scenes stories about, because he is such a bizarre human being in such a weird but morbid curiosity inducing way is what I'm trying to say right there. Fascinating individual, but also most likely, almost definitely, a horrible person. So yeah, this right here, I think it was a decent track, just a little bit more standard compared to the other ones, but I think it works as a bit of a simple banger right here. Not too mad at it, and honestly, I don't think this album is dragged. We have 3 tracks left. Weirdly enough, it has managed to, at least on this stream listen right here, it's managed to carry its length decently well. Would it, when I'm listening to it, you know, just back to back track, you know, all the way through, no pauses, maybe it would start to wear off me a little bit in that sense, but honestly, I don't know, because Cochise has done a good job of, you know, maintaining a solid energy throughout this. So, yeah. Hopefully the last few, we got some bangers. Like, there's no person on earth like Vince McMahon, but he's terrible, like evil. Pretty much, yeah. That's the best way to put it. It's the best way to put it. But any WWE fan that is chanting, "We want Vince," when they're upset with like Triple H's booking, which I'm upset with his booking a lot of the time too, but like anybody saying "We want Vince" is just silly. Like, I don't think they even mean it, because the amount of dog shit that man is booked. Outside of the being a terrible, evil person part, like, we suffered through some time periods where he was the boss, you know? 2018, 2019, there was some real ass during that time period. So, next one, track number 16, 100 Smackaronis. Let's go. Ooh. What the fuck? Please tell me the beat is gonna stay like this. Okay.
I be running to the Rex, no way, yeah. Heard these niggas talking no way, yeah. I be getting caps, no A's, yeah. I be coming in, no place, yeah. Money, I might do it every day.
Okay.
Tell me, Mr. Carter, make me play, yeah. I'ma shoot up on them like a play, yo play, no way, yeah. I'm getting to the money, I know they hating. Cooking on these niggas like I'm cooking bacon.
That's a low baby flow, no? That's, I don't know if he did it before this. I'm sure he did. That's a little baby flow right there. I like how whenever he interpolates a flow though, he just does it like for a brief moment of time.
I'm telling you to relax. Booty shaped like an apple, like sucking no neck. Booty so big, I need a whole map. Pull a tail grip, I'm taking all that. Give me that, and that. I done had to tell her how I really do marriage. I be going away like talking about the fairs. I be getting money while your niggas so embarrassed. I be getting money on my niggas, I embarrassed. Shit, but my money, you know it's in the rarest. Ain't nothing wrong with you living with your parents. Posting on the shit, but they thought I was a terrorist. Bad from the back, get the money, yeah, double up. Yeah, I be getting money, yeah, double up. Yeah, booty getting beat up like a trailer track. Yeah, back it up, baby, like a double truck. Niggas telling crazy, let me run them up. Yeah, chop up with the best for the bun them up. Yeah, chop it in the second, then he hit him up.
Those ad-libs. What a fun track that was as well. Man, it's going pretty good towards the back part of this project right here. 100 Smackaronis was great as well. That's like a strong 7. Really fun, vibrant beat, bouncy 808s, fun deliveries from Cochise. That's everything you want from one of his songs, really. He just has too much fun, man. That's what I like about songs like this. You can hear him like having a blast in the studio, and that 100% translates through to me listening to it. You know, I can just like feel so happy listening to his music, and that's great. It doesn't need to be too complicated. It's just really fun music. Blessed to listen to. From Drip Too Hard, I think. Yeah, I think it was I know they're hating on me, but I don't read comments. Yeah, Drip Too Hard. That is Drip Too Hard. I think that's the kind of flow he was hitting right here, which would have dropped before this, a few years before, or something like that. Was considering sending in a torture request, oof, but the queue is pretty stuffed, and I don't want to stay up late to see it, so you're safe for today, from me at least. Let's see. I mean, after this album request, we have 11 song requests, I think, and then what else? There's a couple that aren't on the queue, so maybe like 12 or 13 song requests. So it's not the hugest queue ever, but I'm not trying to talk myself into a torture request here. So all good, Racer Ghost. Yeah, this album, we got 2 more tracks left. Having a good time with hopefully the last 2 are a good way to close it out. I like that song. I like the Cookie Monster vocals. The Cookie Monster vocals are a blast. We honestly need more of those. So let's see what we're going to get going on to track number 17, second last one, Blissful Noise. What am I saying? Her shorty in a coma? Going very high pitched there. Hey yo, why you cooking like that, Jake? Bro is on the embryo vocals on this one. Bullet. Interesting. 1 minute 23 seconds. A 1, 2, 3 track right there. Very short, fun beat on it, which is why I was bopping and smiling at the end right there. But another one that's weaker on the delivery side of things with that mega high-pitched sort of delivery right there from Cochise. Doesn't sound the best over this kind of style, but you know what? Not too bad. Just a bit in the middle. A 5 on that one. Probably a least favorite, but it is short, so it wasn't like a painful listen or anything like that. Oh, can't type. Hold on. Blissful noise. This is how MJ was sounding when he was still in the womb. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. So, let's see what we're going to get on this final one that we have up next right here. The next one is the final track on this album, and it is Hatchback, track number 18, the biggest one on the project, 198 million streams. TikTok hit. Okay, but I don't care, it's great. Fair enough. If it's a good song, that's all that matters, really. Produced by Javi, new producer here on this album. Oh wow, this dropped in 2019. I guess it blew up and he's like, yeah, throw it on the album. Bro was hitting that skip the praise the Lord flow for a second there. I feel like sometimes he just uses flows from songs he likes listening to, but he does it like so brief that it kind of works. Like it never feels like he's like biting anything, I feel like. Hatchback was decent. That's one that I think is okay. I don't know, maybe it's just because I was aware of this fact just before getting into it, but I feel like you can kind of hear a little bit that it's maybe a little bit of an earlier one from Cochise compared to the other tracks on this album, because it is a little bit less frantic and energetic compared to a lot of the better tracks on here. I think it's a decent one, but didn't have like as many sort of standout moments on it as some of the better tracks here did. Beat was pretty cool. Flows were solid enough. I'd give that one like a 6. It's not bad, but not one of my favorites, I'd say.
Nice.
Pew, 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 pew. And so, there we go. That was the final track on Bamboo Crescent by Cochise. Thank you very much for sending this one in, Scarecrow. Overall, I thought this was a pretty enjoyable project, and for me personally, I think it did carry its length decently well, of being 41 minutes, 18 songs, which is pretty impressive with a style like this that feels like it can sort of get stale very quickly. I think there was enough energy here that it managed to maintain things all the way up until the end, pretty much. It did have its weaker points here and there, but overall, I don't think the sound necessarily wore off of me, and I think that's just because Cochise brings a very fun vibe to these tracks, and has a lot of fun delivery, flow switches in there. So many of them are so short that they just fly by, and yeah, overall, I had a pretty good time with it. I think it will kind of be like that experience that the archive said, where it's like, I don't know how often I'm gonna kind of remember to come back to Cochise's music. Like, I don't know if it's something that will necessarily become frequent listening for me, but like, while I'm actually listening to the project, I really do have a good time with it. And yeah, I liked what he did right here, picked some great beats for the project, and things stayed pretty lively all throughout. I would give that one somewhere in the 7 region, I think. It's a good album. It's an enjoyable time. Some music in this baby voice style can fall into like the trap of just becoming a bit annoying, or in the worst cases, somehow being boring, despite having this, you know, sort of intriguing delivery style. But I think Cochise very much manages to avoid that and actually manages to keep things really entertaining. And that's a huge benefit to an album like this. I think he does this style pretty damn well. I remember the first time I heard some of his music, I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Another Carti clone. This is probably going to be pretty uninteresting because he just sounds exactly like someone else. But the more of his music I hear, I actually feel like there are some things about the style that he does in a slightly different way that I almost enjoy a little bit more. And it is that energy and personality that he brings to things, and I think it's very effective. Favorites for me on here were Plasma, Zorro, Sanji, and Kuya, and my least favorites were Buff and Blissful Noise, but even then, no major bad points on the project, which we like to hear. That's some good stuff right there. Amazing. So, with that being said, what we'll be getting on to next is a couple of tracks that Scarecrow sent in as an extension right here, Pocket Rocket and Cautious, but I am going to take, both by Cochise, but before we do that, I'm going to take a very quick bathroom break. While I'm away, I'm going to play you some Cochise type beats. We must have those, right? That's got to be a thing. Do they have it on a playlist, though? Yeah. Ooh. Sounds pretty accurate as a Cochise type beat. So, hope you guys enjoy. I will be back in a couple of minutes, and we will continue with the queue that we got right here. Like I said, we have an extension from Scarecrow, and then after that, probably like 12 or 13 tracks left on the queue at the moment, and the queue is indeed still open if anybody wants to send anything else in, with album requests being 20% off today. So, enjoy. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes, and hopefully, we'll continue having a blast right here.
struggle and hustle like 200 bikers, and they were my brothers. We coming for blood and you running for cover. Addicted to drugs and the thunder and drunker than anyone leaving the club. We go dumber than ducks. We got mullets and putters and multiple gunners that coming in Hummers. You under the rubber, you'll never recover.
Yeah. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I don't even know why that was apparently a Metro Boomin and a Nav type beat right there. Isn't that fun? So, let's see what we're going to get going forward right here. Polish Lavender is saying, just so you know, the future album requests I do will be country artists such as Randy Travis, Dolly Parton, George Strait, Reba McEntire, Sierra Farrell, and Charlie Crockett. Looking forward to it, Polish Lavender. Should be interesting to see if the old country pilling, as it is, can take place right here. So, let me just check something here real quick. All right. Next one we got right here is Scarecrow's extension request. We're doing Cochise, Pocket Rocket, and Cautious. So let's start off with Pocket Rocket, see how this is going to go. Thank you for the extension right here, Scarecrow. This song, Pocket Rocket, is from 2021. Who we got in the production right here? Producers are another one produced by Where's Carlos. Let's go.
Pocket watch, and that when he pocket watch, I'm pulling up the pocket rocket. Hey, but tell my rider stop it. I'm getting me like rocket.
There we go.
For that boy like a wallet. I'm getting this money, I'm pop. Baby, I'm headed in tack. I run up again and I'm pocket watch, and that when he pocket watch, I'm pulling up the pocket rocket. Hey, but tell my rider stop it. I'm getting me like rocket. For that boy like a wallet. I'm getting this money, I'm pop. Baby, I'm headed in tack. I don't pop no perk. Judge on my shirt. We gon' make it work. Diamonds on me twerk. Bet I got that work. Slipping like I'm Kurt. Come and get your girl. She be tryna flirt. So I tell that wait, whoa, wait, whoa. And she like it don't matter. Ever since that nigga getting money, getting fatter. Call me Fat Joe, lean back with the pattern. I'm like, hey, I know it's okay. Sweet like baby rings. Put it to your face.
Got the energy drink for today. We got that Sour Patch Kids Redberry. It's an interesting 808, sir.
I'm getting money, I'm running the check. Y'all know I said I ain't doing no hacks. Shut it and let it see touching the pecs. I tell her shut up and give me a sec. I tell her shut up and give me the yak. Hey, beat, baby, this a two-dose. Swerving like a meat. She know I love anime. She think I'm a geek. My man says she proud of me. She see me on TV. Wait, whoa, hey, no, hey, oh, yeah, but it even matter. Ever since that nigga getting money, getting fatter. Call me Fat Joe, lean back with the pattern. When I pull up to the spot, everybody started scattered.
It's a fun one, isn't it, Jake? Great synths as well here. Wait, this is from the NBA 2K22 soundtrack. Is that right?
But tell my rider stop it. I'm getting me like rock. For that boy like a wallet. I'm getting this money, I'm pop. Baby, I'm headed in tacky.
It's like Sonic Cotton Candy. That's a good way to describe it, yeah. Really nice sound to that one. Interesting 808s there that almost felt like they were popping out of the headphones, popping out of the speaker. But I think they worked well enough on this track. Another one that's a huge one, 196 million plays on this. My God. Also interesting that it's part of the NBA 2K22 soundtrack. There you go. I'd probably give that one a nice solid 7. It's what you'd expect from Cochise. And that is a fun track. Where is Carlos? Has anyone found him? Good question, Movie Madman. You know, it seems to be quite a bit of concern right here. Hey, how's it going, Weirdo Can't Ramp? It is indeed the guy. How's it going? So let's see what we get on the next one right here. The next part of this extension here from Scarecrow. It's Cautious. Also by Cochise. Let's see how this one goes. What year are we talking about for this one? 2021 as well. This one a little less big, but little less big here is at 13 million plays. He's doing pretty good for himself.
Yo, gorgeous, I want them to say.
I forgot.
Young skinny nigga, I'm a young pretty nigga. I got guns with me. Bobby Whitney, got the long whip, got your own whip. I can't lie with you, I'm too nauseous. I'm so nauseous, moving cautious. Got the gas on me, like I'm cautious. Got the Rex on me, never lost me. TBH, to be honest, I can't hate. I've been straight.
Got that Android one and back for this one, yeah.
I've been tripping, I feel like I'm late. You been tripping, but you out of shape. Shawty digging, I'm a lover, I ain't Drake. Wait, boy, you need some help, yeah, stop me. Nobody can stop me, I see on my neck.
This one's produced by Jutsu.
I saw that boy running, yeah, he got the knock knees. They say they is that guy, told that boy you not me. Told that boy you not me. Shawty call me Poppy, they be like they rooms, they be looking sloppy. You're like, where the bass, nigga? Where the bass at? Yeah, where the bass at? Yeah, where the bass at? Yeah, where your face at? Yeah, shawty throw it back like a maniac. She like, what's his zodiac? And like, baby, I don't even know. I've been praying every morning, I know God, he got my soul. I got shoulders, yeah.
Nice cadences on this one. Going Cookie Monster on this one again. Yeah.
Got my tatters with me ninjas. Yeah, and I'm feeling like my man's a splinter.
It's pretty fun, that one. Enjoyed that. Where the bass at? Is it's the same place where Eminem's snare went. Can't be found. So this right here, I thought this was a very fun one. Once again, a co-production on this, produced by Jutsu, and Koji's worked pretty great with it. The amount of like flow and cadence switches you get in this one track here is pretty fantastic, and again, really helps things flow along super smoothly and stay very interesting. There's always like several moments in his tracks where the flows remind me of something else that I've heard, but he lingers on them for such a small amount of time that I can really like pinpoint what it is, because there's a couple here that kind of sounded familiar to me again, but he switches it up so frequently that, again, it never feels like biting or anything like that. It just feels like him maybe taking inspiration from some things that he's heard and having fun with it and then taking it in his own direction. I think he does that so well. I'd give that one also a 7. Pretty good music right here. Just fun stuff. Enjoyed that. Thank you very much for this request overall, Scarecrow. Coaches is just fun music that succeeds at being fun. All right? That's important. Because there are so many artists that try to make fun music, and then it just ends out bad or boring. Thankfully, that is not the case when it comes to Mr. Cheese over here. You got here right at the end of the request, Faded Love. We just did a Cochise album, Bambo Crescent, and then a couple extra tracks right here. But yeah, very fun overall. Are there any movies you're interested in seeing lately, CDTV? I saw Project Hail Mary. It was really good. I could definitely check that one out, Jake. I've heard a bit about it, but I don't actually know what that one is. Project Hail Mary. Oh, okay. Interesting. Mr. Gosling here. I'll check that out, see what's going on there. I'm not too sure if there's much I've been keeping my eye on. Like, I'll maybe check out Scream 7 through certain means, but other than that, I don't know. I'm always on the lookout for like horror movies, you know? And I feel like we haven't really picked up in terms of horror movies yet. I mean, Ready or Not 2, I'll definitely check that out. I enjoyed the first one a lot. Yeah, I'm just looking, seeing what's like screening currently, if there's anything I'm particularly interested in. mean, I'll watch Send Help as well. I think that could be pretty great. But nothing in particular that I'm majorly looking out for at the moment. Ba, 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 ba. Man, I love to make fun music. I wouldn't say it's so hard, but who truly knows? Difficulty is so subjective. It's true. I mean, you know, it depends, I guess. For some people, certain things will be very easy to do in a certain way, and other people will really have to like try to perfect it. But that's the fun thing, you know. It can everybody can do something a little different, add something a little different. Watch Iron Lung. I checked that one out as well. Yeah, I'll definitely give that a watch and see what's going on with that. Exactly, Vimpen. You know what I'm on. Oh, hell yeah. Killjoy and Movie Man both going to see Ready or Not 2. Hell yeah. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to check it out as well. So let's see what we get on the next one right here. Have a little bit of waffling as we do. The next one in the queue. At the moment, we just got songs left for the rest of the stream, so we'll see how things go here. Next one is sent in by Alex Green. Thank you very much, Alex. Let's see what we get here. Man, that was only our second request right here, but that tends to happen with the album requests. They'll take up a good chunk of time. We're getting some more T.I. versus Tip right here. Watch What You Say to Me. Alex is saying for this one, let me just find the message here. This song is T.I.'s first of several collaborations with Jay-Z. The track has a mafioso rap inspired sound, likely inspired by the movie American Gangster, of which T.I. starred in, as well as Jay-Z returning to his Reasonable Doubt roots. I like the sound of that. So let's see what we're going to get on Watch What You Say to Me. I will always be interested when I see a Reasonable Doubt brought up. This is July 2007, this one. Let's see how it goes. Thank you very much for sending this one in, Alex. That Clayface movie does sound interesting, you fear. I'm looking forward to that too. Interesting, okay. I have no clue who you're talking about, Killjoy. Who could that be? Who could that be? It's a good hook. It's a fun beat, man. Ooh, hi-hats are ticky-talking.
Look up the CD, police is looking at me. I tell C, he tell Doug, they tell K. We proceed to surround him and call a squirrel. Pick the perfect spot to make sure that the girls see. Walk up and off and do the drink and say, what you think, then call him. From then on, you can see nothing but bottom. Remy boy to the noggin, Betty busted wide open. If bitch standing here hollering while he lying on the floor, shit. Why you feeling sorry for him? He had for it. Listen, y'all, here come the moral of the story. Why would you say to me? See me and you know I'm too young. You don't wanna see me cut the food, bro.
Damn. You say to me.
Talking tough for your song. When you see me, you know what's up, boy, it's on. Nigga, what you say? See, 'cause I ain't been a fuck, nigga, never. I'm just wanting all you
American Gangster is almost like an updated sequel to Reasonable Doubt. That sounds sick, Jake. Gotta hear that. I love Reasonable Doubt.
Rap music is something, ain't it? The way these pictures is painted. You swear these niggas is dangerous. The gangsta shit they be saying. Lock them up in the booth with a half an ounce of that cannabis. Sit back and watch the outlandish shit they be trying. But soon as you see them, they freeze up like in museums. Them statues you like, is that the dude who said he was gonna... Niggas get running before you finish your sentence, and then they back to riffing when they off in the same distance. You like, you was just hair, you disappeared like magicians, and then
hair here disappear like magicians.
I hear you baiting me lately. I've been doing my best just to say hey to free still. That's what you say to me. Sooner or later, I take you up on your offer and put you all in your place like I'm replacing your father. You're talking to the author, the architect of the blueprint. My DNA in your music, motherfucker, you stupid.
Great verse from Jay right there. I like when he just drops those slick double entendres in there. He's very good at that.
Respect me in his zone on sight. What you saying? You saw some mud I don't like. Keep it up,
I don't like.
I see you, we gon' fight. Be a man, say my name if you talking to me. You never said, well, I figure you ain't talking to me. Find out you is at the wars or well, the cold in the street. I swear I beat your fucking ass like it ought to be beat. See all the whispering.
I like T.I.'s energy on this track.
If I say fuck you, then it fuck you, nigga, simple to play. I say no problem is no problem.
Ooh, that sounds sick, Jake. Reasonable Doubt Show, hell yeah.
You know I'm off the chain. Trying to refrain from being violent, but you come out your face. I got my lawyer paid up, ready to get me a cake. When I feel you disrespecting me, I'ma get me a cake. But all this shit could be avoided one way.
What you say to me?
See me and you know I'm too young. You don't wanna see me cut the food, bro. What you say? Let me find out you talking tough for your song. When you see me, you know what's up, boy, it's on. Nigga, what you say? You see, cause I ain't been a fuck nigga never. I'm just wanting all you sucker nigga better. What you say? Cause I'm known to make a mountain out of molehill. You don't wanna get your foe killed. What
You say to me. Oh, not gonna pause it in time. No. Damn it. Let me bring that back up here. Watch what you say to me. What a banger. Oh my god. It's such a banger, it's got me choking on air. So like one thing that really got me about that track right there is such a small thing, but the hi-hats had such a rapid pace to them, and it really kept this like rapid energy throughout the entire thing. That was pretty great. I love just pretty much everything the instrumental was based around, and T.I. and Jay-Z sounded like they were having a blast on this one. T.I.'s delivery, I don't even know how to describe it, but it sounds like he's almost like, you can feel a big ass smile on his face while he's recording this. And yeah, it's basically, the whole track is about, listen, don't fuck with me, all right? Or it's going to be a problem for you. Jay-Z had a great verse with some of those fun double entendres and layered lyricism in there. He knows how to come through with one verse and just absolutely steal the show and kill it. And I think this track turned out pretty amazing all around. T.I. versus Tip is divided into sections. This song is in the Tip section. It's to show the duality. Of course, the duality between T.I. and his Tip. And this right here, I'd give that one an 8. It is a banger. A Tip banger.
That's good.
Exactly. The hi-hats had the ticky-ticky-ticky going on right there. And it was pretty fantastic. Thank you very much for that one, Alex Green. Did you say that T.I. versus Tip is one that has a little bit more of a divisive reception? Because, I mean, I guess even assuming that it could still have some, like, bangers throughout there, and this one was pretty great. Really enjoyed this. Watch what you say to me. American Gangster is fucking great. It's unfortunate that the production credits for many of the tracks on the album disappeared mysteriously for no reason. Really? That's odd. Watch what you say to me. It's stuck in my head now. God damn it. It's that catchy southern drawl. T.I. absolutely killed it on there. And yeah, pretty much everybody did a fantastic job. The producers, the rappers, fantastic. Thank you very much for sending that one in, Alex. So let's see what we're going to get on the next one right here. Let me see what the general like ratings for T.I. versus Tip are, because maybe I got that wrong. Ooh, people are not liking the new BTS album on Album of the Year. Damn. Wow. It's a huge disparity between the critic score and the user score. Critic score is 86. This is for the BTS album, not T.I. User score is 44. Rolling Stone UK gave it a 10. Damn. Interesting. Well, as for T.I., watch what you say to me. Yeah, it's probably like one of the weaker ones. Critic score 64, user score 66. So still on the like solid end of things, just not as loved as some of his other stuff necessarily. The BTS album apparently had like 80k fake scores. Well, like bot scores? Like actually? Interesting. Alex saying, the project was divisive. People say it's either one of the best TI albums or one of his weakest. Interesting. I mean, I really enjoyed what we heard of it right here. Also, I need to catch up on Invincible Faded Love. I watched a bit of season 1 like a long time ago, but I never came back to it since then. I'd definitely be interested in doing it. Review bombing, both positive and negative. Review bombing is so funny to me because, like, how can you be so mad about an aggregated score on a website that you're going to review bomb it to try and change what it is? Like, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, botting and review bombing. Like, what is the point? There's a joke, by the way. Check the production credits on Wikipedia and you'll see why I said that. Hold on. Watch what you say to me. Ah, I see. Crazy how we just don't know who produced all those tracks on American Gangster. That's wild. Just completely vanished, those credits. So, let's see what we're going to get hopping on to the next one right here. Next 3 we have are a bit more of DC the Don. I've heard a good chunk of his music through these streams, and that'll be continuing right here. This one comes in from Real12, who I think is also LTR5 Luna, who sent in the other ones. The first track here is 7 Nights. Thank you very much for this one. See how this is going to go. No tip messages, so we're just going to hear the music here and see how it goes. DC the Don, 7 Nights. Watch what you say to me. To be fair, he did not produce anything on American Gangster. It was his production crew. As always, he's just there for the vibes. So, let's see what we're going to get on this one. This is from 2022. I was wondering if it would be newer stuff, but it is not. This is from his album, My Own Worst Enemy. So, thank you very much for sending this one in. Let's see if we get a good track right here from Mr. DC. Ooh. So, a 1 minute 30-second track, I believe that would be $10. Weirdo can't rap. Technically, it would be a little bit lower than that, but $10 is the minimum for requests. So $10 that one would be. Okay. Sounding pretty good.
Trying to drive fast on the interstate. No way. Remember I said I'ma crash this bitch one day. You said I'ma be okay. All I ever did was run away. I thought about it for 100 days. But I'm a young nigga with no one else to call up. Like Kanye, I run away. I'ma trust my God, I run away.
This one sounds pretty good for a 2022 track. I didn't expect it to be so highly high in production value, rather.
I know you think that I like all this shit, but it's crazy low key. You made the wrong assumption. I'm trying to put something, but streaming the same. You treat me like I'm a saint. I can't even like it. Cause I'm going out with a bang. See, I know your intentions ain't nothing to talk about. They trying to speak on my name. Better put motherfucking go behind that shit. I need all my flies and things. Yeah, I've been working, it's not working, love. Yeah, hey, started feeling like a sage, and I'm cutting ties off, and it's working, love. Like, tell me how that shit feel. Every time that I come around, you switch your energy out. Tell me how's it real? I can't fall for that shit, now I'm dead in it. Caught on my bitch, now I'm switching my edit. And they hung up my letterman. I know deep down it's hard for you accepting. I don't trust a soul, girl, you know I'm a scared. But half of the shit that I said, I regret it. Half of the shit that I said, I regret it. But it came out my mouth, so it's fuck it, I said it. Kick out these shit, I'm boosting my status. Don't come around and down, it's up top, I'm a dad. At this point, I don't really got too much to say. I go dirty too much, I feel it in my face.
He's very smooth on this one.
I'm not working minimum wage. I've been really up for like 7 nights. I'm protecting now, I got like 7 nights. Now the crowd showing out with hella lights. It's only been 7 days, I've been on 7 flights. Look at my back now.
DC just sounds intrinsically out of breath. I can hear it a bit here and there. He's punching in for every bar, but I'm not minding this one.
night, but I got 7 stripes. I think it's crazy whenever niggas start talking about God, they throw dirt on you every night. They gon' glorify the fake shit, I'm looking for the real, I need a bitch with cellulite. Tryna move out my house to a satellite. Shit that we doing be really so heavy, this shit they doing, that shit be very light. And I don't wanna hold you, I know the shit that you seen in your life, it's too hard to hold in and just go through. See, I know how that feel every time that I look.
Is this just all one long verse? Not bad.
I'm my enemy, told you. I'm my worst enemy, baby. I thought you knew when I told you. I can't be the same dad in 2018, baby. Look what this life in the road do. But I'm still bumping DC Dahmer in the red. Every time I stop by and I roll through. All my life I was just trying to fucking escape, but I don't got nowhere else to go to. Low key, I had to start comparing myself. At the end of the day, I'll be me, I ain't gotta be nobody else. I had to take my motherfucking own advice. Yeah, ain't it hard trying to take your own damn advice? I was trying to give hope to the youth, but I'm living a double life. How the fuck I'ma ever save you if I'm living a double life?
Very smooth, man.
But I'ma call you and I'ma let you know when I decide.
Boom. That's one of the nicer. Oh, skipped on to the next one. What we do in Streamlabs? Bring that back up on the screen right here. That's one of the nicer DC the Dawn tracks I've heard, I think, and I generally enjoy his stuff. Well, mixed thoughts on some of it, but this one was very nice. I thought it was pretty smooth as a track that was just one straight up verse for the entire thing. I think his vocals were pretty good on this one. You could hear him like punching in for a lot of the bars, but on this one I think it was fine because it flowed together pretty nicely. You know, I think like frequent punching in is only bad if it kind of detracts from the verse or from the flow of everything. Here, I think everything kind of went together pretty nicely. Beat was solid as well, like the strings in there. The drums stayed switching up frequently enough to keep things pretty engaging as well. I think there was a good energy to that one. Probably go a strong 7 on that one. Not one of my favorite things ever, but it's a cool one. I like it. Not a fan of it, Jake? Hey, fair enough. So I see saying this is a 6 out of 10 Trippie Redd song. I mean, I could see some similarities, but I wouldn't say it's like directly the same to me necessarily. I liked it. I thought it was a cool track. Not too mad at that one. Also, Archive saying, I need Trippie Redd to scrap this current album and go back to the drawing board. Oh no, does it sound like it's going to be some cheeks? I've only heard like bad things about this upcoming project. I need someone to do a verse that is just all punch-ins, like every single word is a punch-in. Hold on. This could be a fire IMJ song concept. Just every single word being a punch-in. It's genius. Absolutely need that. So, let's see what we're going to get hopping on to the next one. As I said, we got 2 more DC the Dawn tracks right here. I like that one. None of these have tip messages, so we'll just give them a listen and see what we're thinking. The next one is DC the Dawn with Ghost Rider. What era is this one from? Thank you for this one, LTR5 Luna again. DC the Dawn, Ghost Rider. Okay, I don't recognize that cover, so this might be more of a single right here. Oh, this is from 2021, so we're going even a little bit further back. Let's go.
Hey, yo, Doug.
I just write that rap for no reason. My bitch a perfect girl for conversation, but I still get bored and then I end up leaving. Don't push
Damn,
too far
that sounds like a flaw, Mr. Dawn.
I might not come right back, I'm getting even Steve. You call me like, where you at 3 a.m. I'm in my LAX and cool. She just keep on teasing. Oh, you ain't know, I got time and on my side. I'm close to Amsterdam right now, like, bitch, I'm right up in your region. I just turned over for no reason. She said you a sophomore, bitch, I'm in my 2nd season. Gotta put my jerseys in the Raptors right now, DC fucking dead. Don't want that shit, he got Ghost Rider in him, he a fucking dean. I'm tryna tap, tryna adapt to my life without my cousins. LA with my boys, I ain't even feeling nothing. Mom been fucking with me too, it's hard, I'm in the See, I'm just a schizophrenic dude, I don't do the loving or fucking or cuffing. But if we get it down, we could end up with something. If you got a pound, we could run it up 100. I know something's going down, I can feel it in my stomach. Got the trap house jumping, he a crash, he don't want it. I
I'ma pass on. That bitch got
Not
gas,
bad.
she a
Decent energy to this one.
do the dash with my opponents. I move too fast, no heel on it. Got the trap house jump.
Bitch, I got that bag, I feel important. Dior house shoes when I walk around, it's
Like I should've never loved you, and that's why. Putting that in dry cause they don't get me hard. I just write that rap for no reason. My bitch a perfect girl for conversation, but I still get bored and then I ain't no believing. Don't push me too far away, cause if I go too far away, I might not come right
Trippie
back
Redd has
again.
released exactly one good song in the last 5 years, and it's produced by Oddwin. I'm trying to think if I even disagree with that. I don't think I've heard much Trippie from the last 5 years, to be honest, so you might be right there.
I'm dead asleep right now, she tryna talk to me. But she don't know that in my dreams, I think it's better no. I ain't tryna wake up next to you, I have to let it go. And I hate it
Hold on, does that include Trip at Night? Because there is music I like on there.
yeah, I know you tryna live your fucking life, me too. Fuck it, I'ma have to let I can't done with my shorties. I feel so important. Back in the middle, 37, kicked up full with my shorties. You know we running out that shit for her. I can't help my niggas mad out that money. We ain't never fucked, yeah. Talk to me with some sense, you know how I get when we use that attitude. But I'm so used to this shit, this one bulletproof. I'll never see you so inside your eyes, like what they did to you. It's been one day a week, but I swear to God that I've been missing you. Don't take my seat, I'm on the gas. Leave me alone, but I'm not again.
Bit more uncertain about the vocals on this one. Oh, so you're saying post Trip at Night too, I see. Okay, okay. Yeah, you're probably right then. Fair enough.
I just write that rap for no reason. My bitch a perfect girl for conversation, but I still get bored and then I ain't no leaving. Don't push me too far away, cause if I go too far away, I might not come right back. I'm getting even Steven. You called me like, where you at 3 a.m.? I'm in my A in LAX, I'm cool. And she just keep on teasing. Oh, you ain't know, I got time and on my side, I'm close to Amsterdam right now.
Not feeling the vocals, Jake. That's fair. I do feel like earlier DC the Don stuff is definitely a lot more rough around the edges with the vocals. It's a bit more polished up on his more recent stuff, in my opinion, but I don't mind the ideas on this track. Production is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't mind the idea of the track on this one. In terms of the sound, it goes in a decent direction, I feel like. But yeah, DC the Don's vocals around this kind of slightly earlier era, I think you're just a bit too rough around the edges to really kind of pull this off. And towards the end of, I think it was maybe the second verse there, the vocals started to sound quite rough and, you know, didn't quite work well with this style of track or with this production. So in the end, I don't feel like this one fully came through. It's not a bad song. It's not a bad song. But I would say it's one that to me is just okay and doesn't go too crazy. Nice production though. So shout out to A-Dog and Jug for producing that one. Or Jug. Maybe that's just Jug.
Mid.
Catchy enough hook there, which is a nice little touch. But yeah, not a crazy amount to it, I feel like, overall. Killjoy saying, maybe I'm not in love with the production, but God, I hate these vocals. Definition of doing very much too much and not having any chops for it. I think that's fair. I can kind of appreciate the I guess, like, the attempt, and that almost sounds like a backhanded compliment, but you know, I appreciate him like trying to do something a little bit stronger with the vocals there, but on this one, yeah, it definitely didn't fully connect in the end. But yeah, I mean, Trippie has been not on the best run recently. I just really haven't kept up with his music since Trip at Night. I still haven't listened to, what was it called? Mansion Music, or whatever it was he dropped after that. A Love Letter to You 5? I haven't even listened to that either. Hey, thank you for the follow, Cashboy. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, man. God, I forgot A Love Letter to You 5 was a thing. I don't know what, like, I don't feel motivation to listen to his music. It feels like it's just kind of there at the moment. in regards to Trippie Redd. Yo, CDTV, you think you're going to do another re-ranked worst rappers in the game? I'm curious on how Carti and Trippie would rank now. Potentially. For the most part, I'm just trying to like kind of update the list in the background as I go along, like, because there's sometimes like minor things that change. If someone drops a new album, maybe it'll move them like 1 or 2 spots down, but it's not really worth talking about it in a full video. But it has been a while since I went through it, so I probably could do a re-ranked. Unplug my headphones there. Probably could do a re-ranked one pretty soon and see where everybody else would move to. Thank you for that one, Lil Wanker. Much appreciated, man. So, let's see what we're going to get on the next one. It's our final DC The Dawn track right here. Another one from LTR5 Luna. Thank you very much for sending this one in, Luna. Let's see if this one is hitting for me. It's Back by Summer. What era we got here? 2026. This is from last month, so we will see how this modern DC The Dawn holds up here. Feels like passion fruit. Is this his passion fruit?
Told you I'll be back by the summer.
Hey yo.
But you ain't ghosting, I changed my number. You said love's not built under thunder, but I still made it rain. I've been moving slower on purpose. The room too quiet makes me nervous. You gave real, I showed you a version. Wish I could say I changed.
Oh my god, polls 1469. Oh yeah. God, early 6ix9ine was a weird time, bro. Mixtape 6ix9ine, that was something else.
Speaking on me bad while I'm working. Baby, ain't no love in the circus. I know you wanna be here regardless, but you know I'm a thug, I'm heartless. Lately you've been falling for it. You know I didn't call it for days. She want me to be ready. I don't think I deserve it.
It's an interesting direction to take this one in.
Too late to try, shawty, it ain't working out. I don't think I'm ready.
Oh no, I haven't listened to like any of the Concrete Boys stuff, Jake. I'm not sure if it would be for me, but then again, I can't really say because I haven't checked it out, you know? Not sure if it would be worth it though.
Every night faded, you go to your playlist. Every song too honest, you know I can't fake it. Sounding way too close to a real situation. I know it's hitting you hard, but you still replayed it.
Jesus, the new Concrete Boys project is 19 songs. Damn, I didn't realize they had this much music. Like their song Pimpin' is easy, but that's really it. I'll maybe check that one out, Jake, see if I'm feeling that. Ended the song with those ooh-woos. So that one, I think one of the things that held that one back for me is just the general style of the song. I think, you know, the beat was very laid back, very relaxed, kind of similar to Passion Fruit, but honestly even more toned down than that, with like less sort of bright sounds in there. And I feel like with a track like that, it's going to need to come along with a very catchy or like very smooth vocal performance. And DC the Don is like a decent enough vocalist. He has some tracks where I really like the vocals, but here I don't think he did all that much to kind of stand out with the production. I don't think he made the beat come across any stronger, and so as a result it just kind of dragged on. Hey, how's it going, Eurodeth? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I just don't think he did all that much with the production to kind of make a great track right here. It just felt kind of background music-y and didn't do anything too crazy. Probably more like another 5 with that one. This style of track didn't really pop for DC in my opinion. Yeah, the little sample on this was kind of a cool idea for the... I feel like that was kind of used as like a little refrain right here. That was pretty fun. And that was a cool enough touch in the production. But yeah, overall, I don't think he really helped to make the overall song pop with his vocals that much. But thank you for sending them in, LTR5 Luna. So again, somewhat mixed thoughts on DC the Don overall still. But he has these good moments here and there that I can really enjoy. It's just, I feel like he's a pretty inconsistent artist for me. And just needs a little bit more to pop out as an artist a bit more, I feel like. That little extra special something, you know? Polish Lavender is saying, so apologies for my request being a slower paced country song. Hey, no need to apologize for that. Might still enjoy it. Willie Nelson is just too much of a legend to not send in what, in my opinion, is his best solo song. Willie is so based. Hell yeah. Endorses the LGBT community and newer artists, and bro has outsmoked Snoop Dogg according to Snoop Dogg. I think Willie Nelson even smoked weed with Jimmy Carter's son in the White House. What a baller. That sounds fire. So, the queue already looking long. I might submit something if it ain't. So right now we have 8 tracks in the queue, and then there's a couple that are not in there. So maybe 9 or 10 songs at the moment. Not super long. Maybe take like another hour at the moment to maybe get around to something if you send it in now, you're a death. Maybe a bit less than that, actually. So yeah, if you want to, absolutely go for it. So, next one we got right here, and once again, thank you for those ones, LTR5 Luna. Next one is not on the queue, comes in from Silly Wispy. Silly Wispy saying hi. Hey, Silly Wispy, how's it going? And we have a SoundCloud link right here. Produced by Jane Cocaine. It's a fire producer name. This is Bitch, I'm Just a Girl by Wispy. So, let me get the song name text on the screen right here. The last song name text I have, bro. If you guys weren't here for the last stream, you missed out on this one. I'm not gonna lie. You missed out on that. But this one is Wispy. And we'll change the title here because this is not the name of a Wispy song. I'm getting the capitalization just right. There we go. Gotta type it out exact as it is. So let's see how this one goes. Thank you for sending this one in, Wispy. And hopefully we got a great track on our hands. I pretty much like everything I've heard from Wispy, so I imagine this will be another great one. Thank you for sending this in. Whoa, there's some interesting sounds on that beat. Okay, different style on this one to a lot of other Wispy stuff I've heard. CDTV the G has been awfully quiet since that one dropped. He was cooked with CDTV the Ginger. A lot going on this one.
thoughts were growing pains. I thought that they would go away, but a girl behind the TV screen was calling out my name. I said I miss the times I felt so bad. My stepdad used to crush my spirit. He never let me be myself. My mental was so ignorant. I didn't grow up knowing my son. Grew up living in. I said I grew up in this house. Grew up living in this house. I wanna be the richest man. I wanna be your girl. I wanna be the
Vimpen saying, please Blackpink disband. Are they not good at the moment? Oh no. Well, it was a bold track. I'll definitely give it that. So, I mean, hey, a pretty uniquely hard beat for that one with some very interesting sounds in the production that I think did stand out here. And, yeah, sounded pretty intriguing and fresh in a way. Now, this one, I would say was less my kind of thing, 100%. Like, this is a style of song that I don't like this style at all, but I don't think it was a bad track in this style, if that makes sense. Like, I think for the style that Wispy was going for here, this kind of delivery and flow made sense, but these types of tracks are, like, one of my least favorite types of current, like, rap, you know, ragey style of songs, where it just has these kind of, I don't even know how to describe it, just something that sounds like this is, rarely ever gonna be my kind of thing, you know. I think it's a good track, like, or I think it's a track that nails the style that it's going for, but the style is something that I really don't like. So unfortunately, this is the first Silly Wispy track probably that is not for me. I'm gonna go probably like a 4 for this one, but it's because I don't like the style of track that it is, where it has this chaotic energy, but in a way that just doesn't work for me. The deliveries I feel like are a bit abrasive combined with that production, and I think usually Silly Wispy kind of nails that, you know, kind of like very bold vocals without necessarily going into the realm of being like abrasive or annoying, whereas with a track like this, it just does hit that abrasive mark for me personally. But hey, just not really my thing. But regardless, keep it up, Wispy. Generally, I do very much enjoy every track I've heard from Wispy. This one, the style is just not for me. But hey, still keep it up regardless, and thank you for the request today. Much appreciated. Ba-ba-da-ba. That one sounds like Pop by Osama-san. Interesting. Interesting. Vimpen saying, oh, okay, Vimpen is saying for the Blackpink thing, I love them, I just want YG Entertainment to crash and burn. Fair enough. We love K-pop, we hate K-pop record labels. You know what? That makes sense. Record labels all over the place getting some shit. They all suck. So yeah, let's see what we got on the next one. Thank you for sending that one in, Wispy. Next one comes in from Archive Jones. All right. Oh no. Does the Jones refer to what I think it refers to? Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones with, I guess that title is Don't Expect. I'm not expecting it to be good. And Archive Jones is saying, did someone say bad vibes? Brennan Jones is guaranteed to bring bad vibes into the musical landscape. So, I don't expect anything, Brennan Jones, to be fair, from the music. The only thing I expect is pure ass. This one is produced by Project 4 Play. There we go. Let's see how this track goes right here and how rough it is. Let's go. Thank you, Archive. Let's see what we get.
Hold a lot of shit. Had your mind, let that bitch rip. Stop calling my line. I don't give a shit. I let that bitch cry. She need my dick. You right number 9. You'll feel the shit. I'm tucking my fire. I tuck my stick. I tuck my fire. That's the boy if you wanna die. I'm looking him right in his eyes. bitch right. Don't expect Brandon Jones to be nice. Where's my cup? Put it on the ice. I'm in love with a slut. This bitch too feisty. Switching my flow. Up in my price. The host
Up in the price? Why?
Raising my bank from all of my talents. Yeah, all of my talents. This bitch wanna stay, but I can't allow. I got too much on my plate. Just look at my balance. This shit not a challenge. I've been getting fly since I was a kid.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it was a challenge, my friend.
Rappers in my drip. Nah, I flip the script. I used to take these rappers pictures. I used to take the pictures.
Go back to it, please.
Bitch.
Please. Go back to the stylist work, Brandon Jones. The music thing is not working out here. Oh my god. How is he doing? Like, what are the streams like on this EP right here? I mean, this song has like 39k plays, so it's not the worst numbers ever. It kind of, man, listening to Brandon Jones gives me the confidence to make music again. Because it's like even this is getting an audience, you know. Maybe I can still do this. Maybe I still got it. I'm gonna give that one. It was short. That's a mercy. The beat for this one was pretty weird. Strange sound to this one. Brandon Jones did his Brandon Jones thing, just kind of low energy rambling. But despite being low energy, his delivery still sounded very weird and cartoonish. Weirdly enough, not the worst thing I've heard from him, but it's definitely not good. We'll go for a 2. Is a 2 generous? Go for it. Wait, that's it? Where is the rest of the beat? Where is the rest of the rapper? Where is the rest of the song? This sounded like a tenth of an actual full song. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Oh, God. Yeah, don't worry, Faded Love. Your vocals definitely do not sound like this. They are not on the Brandon Jones level. So, that was with the track being called Don't Expect, it pretty much was what I expected from a Brandon Jones song. It did not exceed expectations. It very much lived down to them. So, let's see what we get on the next one right here. Thank you for that one, Archive. Next one comes in from Harvey, The X Territory. Thank you for sending this one in, man. God, Brandon Jones. Why? That's all I have to say. Why? Harvey saying right here, we're getting track 12, Everything All the Time. The single version of this song is very different to the album version. Okay, interesting. We're getting some more Freeze the Atlantic. Track number 12, we must be on the second last one now, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe the third last. Let me double check that here. Everything All the Time. Do we not have a Genius page for this one? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Second last track on Freeze the Atlantic's self-titled project, which I have been hearing in individual song form from Harvey right here. Side note, I've been listening to The People Are Revolting a lot more recently. It's such a good album that I really underrated at first. Hell yeah. Glad you're enjoying that one, Harvey. So let's see how this track goes right here. Cloak is saying Taylor Swift re-recorded her albums and sold a ton, so what did record labels do? They made it so that new artists can't do that anymore in their contracts. That's so shady. Record labels suck, man. What is the use? Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So let's see what we get on Everything All the Time. Freeze the Atlantic. Thank you for sending this one in, Harvey. Starting off acoustic-y.
I wanna fall into anything but this.
Oh yeah.
This never-ending spiraling abyss.
Oh, that feels like some late 90s, early 2000s shit.
Start over again. Start over.
Nostalgic for something I've never heard before.
I wanna pull myself out of this and forget.
Your request should be after this one, Polish Lavender. Not Not a bother at all, man. Not a bother at all.
Myself again. Be myself again. Be myself again. And believe me.
Oh, we're halfway through. I wonder if this will stay steady the whole time.
Which way to go? I'd have gone there a long time ago. And believe me when I say that I wanna change, or at least try to rearrange my head.
Okay, so I guess on the album a little bit like a bridge into the last song right here. Bridge! Yeah, I kind of like the late 90s, early 2000s vibe on here. Doesn't sound like them necessarily, but has me wanting to listen to some Nickelback, bro. Which is a good thing for me, alright? They are not that bad. Speaking of that, by the way, this is music related. Did you know that one of the WrestleMania theme songs this year is a Nickelback song in 2026? I don't know what made them land on that. Last year's WrestleMania theme song was Fiend, and now one of them is a Nickelback track. I'm not necessarily complaining, but what a choice. One of the official theme songs is the 2025 remix of Back in the Saddle by Aerosmith and Youngblood, and Bones for the Crows by Nickelback is also an official theme song. Incredible. Gotta love it. So this right here was pretty smooth. The Nickelback and Flo Rida collab, this is a thing. I don't think I knew that was a thing, you fear. That sounds incredible. As for this Freeze the Atlantic track right here, I thought this was very good. Something that felt nostalgic, despite the fact that I have, we love Nickel Sack. Hold up, Vimpin. But yeah, felt nostalgic for something that I've never heard before. I kind of like the fact that it was a restrained track the entire time. We went drumless on this one. Freeze the Atlantic, my favorite drumless rappers, and yeah, it turned out pretty smooth. I thought the vocals were nice over it. It works as kind of like a steady build-up or steady bridge into the final song on the project, which I'm sure we'll be hearing sometime soon. I give that one a nice, smooth 7. Thank you for sending that one in, Harvey. Just made for a very nice listen. I like a song that can make me feel nostalgic, even if I've never heard it before. But yeah, Nickelback is a hilarious choice for a 2026 WrestleMania theme song. Kind of incredible. I agree that they're not bad. Polish Lavender. They have some of their like cringe moments and stuff like that, but I don't know. There's a certain appeal to Nickelback for me. I like their stuff. From what I've heard. I haven't heard any of the newer stuff, but they're like 2005, I think, or no. Man, how far back? They're 2002 maybe to like 2008 output. That's what I was bumping as a kid. And I could still enjoy it if I listened to it today, bro. I really could. Got Me Running Round is the name of the Nickelback and Flo Rida track. All I can say is it's a song that exists. What year is this from? Hold on. (2014) See, this was after I stopped listening to them. You know, I was listening to Nickelback as a kid up until Dark Horse, which is their 2008 album. So, yeah, I'm not familiar with this one. Hey, thank you for that one, Yorideth. Much appreciated, man. Ah, there we go. This is on the Wikipedia page. Kroger said the album has some songs that are a significant departure from the band's typical musical style, including a song called Got Me Running Round that features American rapper Flo Rida and has a horn section in it. There you go. And he's the only feature on the album? Wow. Do they have any, like, other interesting features on their newer stuff? They dropped the 2022 album? Oh my God. That doesn't seem to have features. No more Flo Rida features. No Pitbull collab. A shame. Hey, how's it going, Colin Not Colin? Has anyone requested anything off of You by Underscores yet? I've definitely been sent some underscores before. I don't know if it came from You. What year is You from? Oh, that's 2026. In that case, no, I have not heard a single thing off of that. I've heard nothing from it. So, real quick, before we get into the next one, I'm going to take another very quick bathroom break. Hey, yo, absolute load of gammon. What did I do, Bliss Hope? What did I do? I sent music in off You. Oh, okay, so I've heard that one. Was that a single? Okay. Yeah, that one came out like last year. Okay, what threw me off there was because the album was 2026, so I just immediately assumed everything on it was a new track. Okay, so I've heard music from the Underscores You album, but I think that would be the only one then. I think that may be the only one. So, yeah, I'm going to take a very quick bathroom break before we get into the next few tracks right here. At the moment, we have 6 songs on the queue, 1 not on the queue, so 7 requests total. If you send anything in just now, we'll get around to it pretty quickly, but if not, we'll go through the rest of the queue, have a good time, and see what we get in here. Let me continue playing you guys some of these type beats, because this playlist seems pretty solid for them. We got another Cochise type beat in here, so we'll just go for that, because it will probably be pretty fun. See you guys in a couple of minutes, and enjoy the wonderful type beats right here.
Good morning, Spot. Damn, Spectre.
Damn, going off there. That's a pretty cool beat right there. But we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So the cool beats have stopped, and we're back to listening to the music that we got in the queue right here. Oh wait, really? Faded Love saying, hold on, I think I used this beat before. That's pretty sick. So let's see what we get on our next one right here. Where are we? Next one we have, oh yeah, next one is not on the queue because it's Polish Lavender's request. Let's see what Polish Lavender has for us. I just need to read it directly from the PayPal tip right here because Streamlabs refuses to work for Polish Lavender because we love Streamlabs and it's so useful. Best platform of all time. Let's see. So, Always on My Mind by Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson is an absolute legend in country. Bro is the only one Snoop Dogg says outsmoked him. He's written numerous country hits before he began his career. All right, let's see how this one goes. Get this up on Spotify. This should be it right here, right? Curious to see how this is going to go. And hopefully I'm going to enjoy it. Thank you for sending this one in, Polish Lavender. Fun fact, Willie Nelson was part of a country supergroup called the Highwaymen, which included other country legends such as Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, and Chris Christopherson. Hey, yo. Was he Christopherson? Let's go. It's an Eminem reference, sorry. You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. So, let's see what we get on Willie Nelson's Always on My Mind. Thank you for this one, Polish Lavender. Got those pianos going. 1982.
Baby, I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. And maybe I
We're going ballady here.
you quite as good.
Hell yeah, you're feeling glad to hear it. In the crib playing Fortnite with your grandma.
If I made
What a song.
you feel second best. Girl, I'm sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. And maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times.
Very steady one, but it's pretty
I
nice.
guess I
Nothing wrong with the steadier track, Polish Lavender.
hold you. I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time.
Bro, let the one get away. Thank you for letting me know, Polish Lavender. My bad.
On my mind.
There we go.
You were always on my mind.
How can you make orange rhyme with banana, Movie Man? It just doesn't compute. It doesn't make sense.
Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. And
Nice. Got the drums coming in.
give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied.
Ooh, what we got here? Thank you, Reese Stacy. Much appreciated. Nice outro here. On the road again. This was his second #1 hit. Not too shabby.
Things I should have said and done.
Hopefully it does work,
I
Archive.
just never took
You never
the
know.
time.
Streamlabs roulette.
But you were always You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind.
Very smooth track. Nothing wrong with the song being a bit on the slower end, Polish Lavender, as long as it's a good track. And we got blocked on the YouTube side of things. So let me just hold up. Damn it. There's always something that comes through.